AdSense work for us. Thank you so much for that. So I've started Hilma's first question. Yep, let's start. So introduction, the first thing you want to know is what is AdSense and how does it work? So AdSense is Marlon, leave me alone. Yeah, so AdSense is one of these Google's programs that normally helps you, just manage your revenue, especially get, it's like they're, for advertisements and stuff like that. So you can use AdSense not just for YouTube. You can use AdSense for your website. You can use AdSense for a number of things. So long as you are online and you want to maybe get some revenue, AdSense is one of the options you normally have just to be able to help you manage that, especially if you're like a website that puts a lot of ads in terms of your content. And if you're a YouTuber, because YouTube, remember, the moment you become monetized, of course, ads automatically appear on your channel and things like that. So how do you get that revenue? YouTube cannot pay you revenue directly, and that's why, because YouTube and Google and all these people, like, it's one thing. They have AdSense. So AdSense is the one solution that normally is used to get people to get their revenue. So that in a sense is short. So Ilma has asked me a few questions. So I'll just come back to that shortly. Hey, Bad Files. Yeah, so AdSense in a sense, it may not make sense for you now. If you're not a monetized channel, AdSense may not make sense for you now, because you're not yet earning revenue from it. But the day you get 1,000 or 4,000 1,000 subscribers, 4,000 watch hours, or in the America and the environs where you get you get 3,000 watch hours and 500 subscribers, and now you can be monetized, AdSense will make so much sense for you then. But when people are still struggling to look for these things, we don't really worry so much about AdSense until you are monetized. Hey, Sonia, my twin Sonia is here. Thank you so much, Sonia, for coming in. So that's why AdSense will make him, because YouTube does not pay you. I know they say, oh, when you get monetized on YouTube, you're going to earn money. But no, YouTube does not pay you directly, and that's why they have AdSense to do for you that particular work, so that it's they're able at least now send you money through AdSense, and even things like shorts. Yes, for Sky, I agree with you. And then Sonia is my amazing twin sister, also from Namibia. So Namibia is in the house. So you have two amazing Namibian queens on the chat. So that is in a sense is what AdSense is. How does it work? AdSense, you have to log in into AdSense, just the way you log in onto your Gmail or something like that. AdSense is like how do you explain it? So yeah, it's just like it's probably like, for me, my AdSense is probably linked to one email. So when you log on to that email, it opens you to a portal, and then you're able to set up all those things. The thing is, when you set an AdSense, you can link your website. That is one thing. So some of you are running websites, some of you have blogs or things like that. You can link your website to the AdSense. And then another thing, you can link your YouTube to your ads. Of course, YouTube, you have to link it to your AdSense. There's no other choice. YouTube doesn't give you any options anyway. Another thing you can do is so long as you're making money online and you want to just have ads, it's a Google service that actually helps promote ads in your space, in your platform, be it a website, be it a channel, or be it any other thing that you're doing online. So that's how it works. So you have to set it up, you have to open an account for it, you have to link it to an email, and then when you link it to an email, it will ask you a few questions. You have to give some information right there. You have to give details of where you're from, and so on and so forth, The AdSense website, let me see that I can open it so that I can show you what it looks like. I think I have it somewhere. Okay, I hope you can see it. So it looks like this, something like that. That is my AdSense. So it looks like that. They tell you home, let's get you started. So this information, they always require information or things like that. And then there is no, let me see. That is my AdSense for YouTube. I will talk about that shortly, but let's go back home. So when you go home, you have all these things that you have to do. You have to set up an account. And in the account, there are things like settings. these are things that when you're setting up the AdSense, for your AdSense to be active, you have to like give them information, you have to make a few settings, you have to like give certain authorizations, those kind of things. You have to you have to do all these particular things for it to be active. That's one thing about AdSense. So that's one thing about AdSense. You have to set all those things up before it is active. It's a process that takes time, and then once you've given all this information, it takes about 1 day or 2 days, and then it becomes active. And then they will send you an email on your email, and they'll tell you that your AdSense account is ready and it can be used. So that's literally how you do it. It's a very quick process to set it up, but then of course they have to verify that everything that you've given is correct before they're able to at least okay that account. Second thing that maybe somebody want to ask is what are the AdSense guidelines, AdSense policies, guidelines, and key requirements? Again, they will need a real person to be opening their account. You can only have definitely one AdSense account. You can't have multiple AdSense accounts and then you end up linking like your YouTube channel to. You can't have 2 AdSense accounts. It can get you into trouble. You can actually get demonetized immediately for having 2 AdSense accounts. But you can have 2 YouTube channels and you link them to one AdSense account, because Google has a way they like tracking that. And remember, AdSense comes with a lot of requirements. You have to give in fill information about taxes to the United States government, and those kind of things. So they always want to ensure that at least if you have an AdSense, it is linked to one particular person. And there is even no point of having you can't even imagine having 2 AdSense accounts, because you are the one person running that account, unless it's a business. You open a business account for an AdSense business account. But remember, sometimes AdSense, we open it as individuals, and sometimes you are the ones who are running that particular account. So that is like the one major requirement when it comes to AdSense. You can only have one. You can't set 2. If you set 2, it can get you into trouble. You can get flagged by YouTube, not YouTube, but by Google, just for that particular action. So you can only have one per person, and then in case you're doing all your activities can be linked to that one AdSense account, because you're one person anyway. You'll give your ID details, your nationality, and all those things. You're just one person. You're one Sonia, you're one Kingsley Atuba, you're one Nightbot who is linked to that AdSense account, and that's why they need that particular details. How do you set it up? I explained this. It's very easy. It's like a wizard. Next, you have to give some details. You have to give certain information, and then you're able to set it up and things like that. And then, as I said, the key requirements that you will need for these particular things is just really your details, your email, that one email. And sometimes they may not really ask much. The only thing that becomes problematic on when you are doing the AdSense setup is when they start asking you for the tax information, especially if you are a non-resident American citizen like us. We are not Americans, but because we are earning money from an American company, there's certain information that you have to give AdSense for them to be able to actually work with before they give you those particular requirements. Hey, Grace Carey, how you doing, Grace Carey? Nice to see you. Yeah, so that in a sense is how you really go about AdSense and setting it up and things like that. So I will go back to what I was just presenting a few moments ago. So when you click on your AdSense, there's something about, so you can see that's the information. You can adjust your personal settings. You see that your names, phone numbers, and whatnot. You can check, let me see. I want to see whether I can go to payments. Let me just say verification check. When you click on verification, they will want to know your identity, your address, but these are the things that come much later. Things like PIN. Like anytime like you get monetized and you start wondering, you need to get the PIN so that it is active. The PIN is one of the ways you verify your address on AdSense. So it's usually like a major requirement, especially if you're a content creator. And for you to be able to verify your address, they'll have to send you a PIN to ensure that you're a real person who is running that particular account. Another thing that maybe will be the payments information. Just see whether I can pull that one. Yeah, so payments on AdSense, they come twice. There's the AdSense where you can be running other things, and then there's the AdSense for YouTube. Where so for me, my only AdSense, the reason this I am having zeros here is because I don't have anything that I run through AdSense for me to be able to get payment. And you can see every country has a payment threshold. There are things like that we call payment threshold. So like you see, AdSense is telling me you have reached 0% of your payment threshold. But this is just the main AdSense, and they even tell you your payment threshold based on your country. For Kenya, the payment threshold is 20 euros. For people who are like in those other countries, it may be $100 or something like that. So it really depends on the country for you to be able to know your payment threshold and things like that about AdSense. What else? Let me see any other thing that I want to like share on this. Maybe settings. If you are to go to manage settings, this will give you the thing that I was explaining to you. When you get into AdSense, you get a payment account ID, you get a name, you get a payment schedule. So they you can see my payment schedule, I'm paid monthly, and my threshold is 70 euros. You can increase this number, especially if you don't want to get the money, but I'll talk about that later on in the topic. It gives you the country. Your AdSense has to be linked to a country. You have to give the name of your country when you're setting up the AdSense account. The account type, it tells you, is it an individual account or it's a business account? So you can already see, like here on the information, it tells you your payments profile and country determine the taxes added to your charges and the type of documents you receive, those kind of things. And then my name and address is there. Then you can see things like the United States tax information. This is very crucial. They always require you to fill this information. Google is required to collect this information so that they can comply with the the IRS requirements and things like that. And then you can say the language you want maybe people to the language people you want to use for AdSense, and then who is being paid. Of course, my primary person, I'm the one. So Yoga with Goga there, I receive all the payments, email, and I put my email there and things like that. You can add other users. You can put somebody else to be getting the information about your payment. This happens a lot, especially to celebrities when they have managers to run their YouTube channels and things like that, or they run their AdSense. Because if you're a celebrity and you're very famous, you may not have time to be worrying about this kind of accounting things or this kind of clerical work that for lack of a better word. And then so that's pretty much AdSense. So you have to give all those details. The biggest nightmare people normally have is that tax bit where they have to fill in that tax information. That really bothers a lot of people, and that normally takes a lot of time. Can you use it on monetized Facebook? If so, how? That's a good question, Joy. We'll talk about that. So that's pretty much AdSense in a nutshell. AdSense to a beginner. Hey, it's Warray. Welcome, Warray. Thank you so much, Warray. Thank you so much, Baba Wealth. I see you there. And then talk about super thanks in YouTube, shorts, and turning on super chat and super stickers on studio. Okay, for Sky, noted that. You guys have amazing questions. Thank you so much. Just note the questions. I'm going to tackle all of them one by one. Yeah, so that in a sense is what AdSense is. So you have to set all those things up. And then once you set it up, you always get an email, and then you have a working AdSense account. And then that account can be used to start earning money from online. You can start earning money online. Thanks for sharing, Goga. You're most welcome, Alisa. Hey, Play Great. I hope you're getting some of this. So the first step for you to get money is set up your AdSense account. Without the AdSense account, there's nothing further you can do. You may even get people will even be sending you super chats and things like that. But if you've not set your AdSense account, you will have money just hanging in the air, but they will not send it to you until you set up those things. The most important things they will require from you for you to get your money, first of all, you must have verified your address, and there is where the PIN comes in. You have to make sure you don't have any payment holds, so you make sure there's no drama between you and YouTube. You don't have what do you call it? You've not like flouted any community guidelines or things like that they hold your payment. And then another thing, you make sure you're not demonetized, because if you're demonetized, if you're demonetized again, they will end up holding the money, because until you get monetized back, you'll not be able to withdraw that money. So yeah, so and that's how you're able to get paid. And then another thing, you must fill the American form for IRS, the taxation form. You have to fill that form either way for them now to make sure that the AdSense is fully active. And then once you've complied with all those things and they are very satisfied that your AdSense is looking nice, perfect, they will send you your payment. And then we'll talk about payment shortly. And that brings us to the next question. And let me take this question from Hilma. Hilma asked one question. Can I use another email to create AdSense account different from the one I used to register for YouTube? Yes, you can use one email for that AdSense account, different than what you used for YouTube. But remember, you can only set one AdSense account. So you have to be very sure you remember that email, you remember the details and things like that, because all the information, of course, will be sent through that email that you've created. And that's actually a good practice, because you don't want sometimes your YouTube channel and your AdSense to be mixed up. You can definitely, because there are people who even set up their AdSense even before. There are people who set up AdSense even not for YouTube. Sonia just talked about that a few moments ago. You don't need AdSense just for YouTube. There are people who actually have websites. There are people who have blogs where they run blogs. So they already have even an AdSense account which is linked to their blogs, and they're getting like ads being placed on those websites, and they're earning money from those ad placements. Based on their linkage to AdSense. So it may not really have anything to do with their YouTube channel, especially if you don't have a YouTube channel. You may be running a website or a blog. So you can use that particular account. And then what happens when you get monetized, you now link your YouTube channel to that AdSense account, especially if you already have the AdSense account. And then the second question is, Ilma is asking, when I created my AdSense account, I didn't have an option to add my bank details. So my question here is, does the option become active once I receive my PIN? Yes, your bank details will become, they're progressive. They will tell you when to verify your address. Once you they will send you an email. AdSense will send you an email that they need you to verify your address, and that's where the PIN comes in. So you have to get the PIN to verify the address. And then at some point, now when you verified the PIN, they will send you a message when you get to a threshold to give your bank account details, because that's where they're going to pay the money. So these things they are normally spaced out. They won't come immediately. You won't be able to set up those things immediately. Can you use AdSense on monetized Facebook? If so, how? Facebook, I don't know that you can use it on money. I don't think that you can use AdSense on Facebook, because Facebook has its own way of promoting, giving creators money or paying the creators out of their own ad system. And remember, Facebook looks at Facebook is also like in competition. Facebook looks at Google products also as part of competition, because Facebook wants to be sustainable. So I know Facebook has its own way where they pay their own directly without having to deal with AdSense. And Facebook has its own ads that it normally pushes, based on its own algorithms and things like that. So AdSense may not be able to work on Facebook particularly, because Facebook, Instagram, those guys have their own way where they promote ads and things like that. So I hope I've answered Hilma and I've answered Joy Kenya in those three questions that they just asked. I will come to for Sky shortly about super thanks and super stickers in a bit. I will come to that shortly. So now what I want us to talk about is payment thresholds. What is payment threshold? Because this is what bothers every YouTuber on YouTube. What you call payment threshold. Hey Inspire, how you doing, EK? Welcome. Sorry, that is in EK's second house. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, EK, for coming in. Nice to see you, bro. Yeah, so another thing now we want to talk about is payment threshold. What bothers people, the biggest nightmare when you get monetized is hitting the threshold. As you saw when I was showing you my my YouTube AdSense account, you saw that I have to meet a threshold of about 70 euros, right? You saw that that is the requirement that they need for me to meet to get 70 euros for me to be able to get paid. That 70 euros, guys, is not easy to get. That is like the nightmare on when you become a monetized channel, and that is what we are going to talk about now. Nice to see you, MTC. Yeah, so, and I'm just going to slowly now transition into that conversation. So just as a recap, before I move on from this, so for you to set up AdSense, get your account, you have to verify your personal information. If time is right, you have to verify your identity, they'll ask you for your national ID. They'll ask you for your national ID, so you'll have to upload your national ID or your passport or whatever it is that you normally use. You'll have to provide your tax information. You'll have to add a form of payment. They will ask you to add a form of payment, and then of course you get paid. But those ones come later. They come later on. So now the thing we want to talk about is threshold. What is this payment threshold? Why is it a nightmare for every YouTuber who is monetized? And why is it so hard to get? And why is it that everybody struggles with the threshold? Hilma says, I get it now. Thank you, Goga. I am glad you got it, Hilma. I'm glad that it was of help. So now the next thing we are going to talk about is payment threshold. And that is a whole topic on its own. And I'm going to spend a lot of time on payment threshold. So when you become a monetized channel, there are certain requirements that, for you to get money from YouTube, you have to meet certain requirements. And those requirements may not exactly be easy to meet, because threshold for you to be able to get a threshold of $100 per month, that is normally the requirement. You must make $100 per month for you to get a salary from YouTube. If you don't get that $100 per month, they'll keep pushing it to the next month. They push it to the other month until you get to that $100 mark. So you may find that let's say somebody got monetized in December last year, and up to date, they've not reached the threshold. So what happens, you may find that somebody may have been monetized in December, but let's say they are like they have about how much on AdSense. When they go to their AdSense, they have like about $30. It means that progressively their channel has not achieved the threshold. So what AdSense does, the amount of money you've earned in that month, they push it to the next month. They assess what you're doing in the month of June. If you don't get the threshold, they push it to July. They see your activities in July. Maybe in July you go viral, and then you do a short that gets 10 million views, and you have a lot of subscribers, and you make like about, let's say, $100 on that month. So they will add that. Now that is in the month of July. They will add all that plus all the money you've ever earned since you got monetized. So let's say if you had made only $30 from December and you go viral in this month, and then you get $100, what will be the amount of money you'll have on AdSense? You'll have 130. Then they will pay you that 130 next month. Why do they? It is very important to note certain dates. There is some 3 dates that are very important if you are a YouTuber. The third, you have to remember the third of the month. The third of the month is very crucial as a date. The third is when they normally like reconcile all these earnings that you may have made the previous month, and then they finalize them. Why? When you go to your YouTube studio, sometimes you notice they keep fluctuating, right? You normally notice that. They keep fluctuating because what happens sometimes, hey Latoya, how you doing, Latoya? Pow, nice to see you. Latoya, I've not gone to see your dad. I thought you were going to visit your father. Yeah, voice out, nice to see you as well. So what happens, like in a month, for example, you make about, in a month, let's say in a month, like you make, on a good month, let's say you make about $5. Let's say you do a video, the video like does very well. Let me tell you, YouTube ad revenue does not pay much, and that's why views are very important. You have to like really work a lot on your views, especially if you're a YouTuber. So what happens is that, let's say you do a video and a video has about 1,000 views. 1,000 views, and that is me. This is me being very, very generous. If you have 1,000 views on a video, and let's say people have been playing it, that video will just get you about $2 in terms of ad revenue. I mean, that is me giving you a very safe estimate. And then look at it in terms, so that is ad revenue. And then you may be, or maybe I may be having like amazing friends who come to support my channel, like on a live stream like this. Like Winnie just gave my super chatter, Winnie, on this live stream, who just gave me that super chat. Winnie, I may be having like about 10 Winnies who can come to this live stream. And I see if I have 10 Winnies and they all give me the amount of money, this is about how much is this in Kenya? This is about like $2. Let's just say it's about $2. $1 actually. This is $1. So if, like, let's say I have about 100 people come and give me $1 on a live stream, I've already hit the threshold just on that live stream. But that is not ad revenue. That is like funding, the super chat, super stickers, memberships. That's another trick of making meeting the threshold. But most people don't have, most people don't do live streams. Most people don't have people who are going to like be giving them super chats and super stickers, because again, these are at the discretion of the person who is like supporting your channel. You can't like force people to give you super chat or super stickers. So the best option you have as a YouTuber is to get a lot of views. It's to get a lot of views on a video, because if you have a lot of views on a video, you get more revenue on that video. And when you get more revenue on that video, it helps you push the threshold. And that's why there are people aggressively, they post videos daily, because if they can get a lot of views on videos every single day, what happens? The threshold number increases, because they're working towards the $100. They're working towards the $100. Papa is asking, what are you doing at the rooftop or a skyscraper? This is my city. This is Nairobi behind me. Hey, Songbeats Laura, nice to see Songbeats Laura. That's my channel member, guys. If you don't have Laura, please connect to her. Nightbot will drop my channel members links. So as I was saying, most people don't have the advantage of getting super chats, super stickers, super thanks, and those kind of things. So they have to rely now on the views they get from videos. But how many views do you even get on your videos? Like, just look at your channel. Most of you are like YouTubers here, other than Pow Pow and maybe my channel member Steven. Also, all of you have YouTube channels. When you look at your YouTube channels, how are your videos doing? What are the kind of views you are getting on those videos? Because those videos will give you an idea of how much revenue you can make from those videos. And remember, these videos are not going to get revenue from nowhere. You have to like turn on the ads on those videos, so that when people are watching those videos, they find ads, and that's how people make money off YouTube, based on people watching those videos. And that's why you find that when people get monetized, people are so excited they got monetized. Hey, Fabulous Aunt, hey, Tati, nice to see you. When people get monetized, they're so happy, they're so excited. It's like, yeah, we do monetization parties. People will come and support our monetization parties. They will throw money at us, make it train, make it train, make it train. Most of us can get the threshold on our monetization party. But then after that, we can't even raise $30 on our channels. Why? Our videos are not doing well. Our views are very low. You'll get the money like when you get monetized. Somebody will come and gift you $10, and $10 is the threshold to get a pin. By the way, and then somebody comes and throws like another one. Somebody throws like 50 or something. I have very generous support. Somebody once gave me like that amount of money. If somebody gives you $50, you're already halfway through the threshold. Can you imagine? So imagine like you have 2 of those. You've already hit the threshold instantly. But then it is not guaranteed. And that's why you have to like find ways of making your videos pop. You need to like find ways of increasing the views to your videos. Because the more the views, the more people are able to find ads in your videos, and the more the revenue that comes in through people watching that kind of videos. So if the views are struggling, the revenue will always be low. And as I told you, if 1,000, and this is me giving an estimate, I may be wrong, you can do your own research. If a video with 1,000 views can only give you $2, how much work do you need to put in on YouTube to get the threshold of $100 per month? And that is the big question now you need to ask yourself as a content creator. And that takes me to the next question. So why is threshold so hard to get? Why is threshold so hard to get? Hey, King Coolman 3, nice to see you there. Fabulous Aunt is also my channel member, guys. If you don't have her, please connect to her. That's now what we're going to discuss next. What are these payment thresholds? Why are they so hard to get? What are these thresholds per countries? Where will you get that information? Payment thresholds are very accessible. When you go to let me just share a screen here so that you're able to see. When you go to YouTube help, always interact with your YouTube help button. It always has all these answers. When you go to your YouTube help, I'm going to just share that screen now so that you can see it. I hope you can see it. Let's see. Yeah, so go to this YouTube, when you go to this website on YouTube help, and then look at that. So when you scroll down, you can that these thresholds are very different. There are several. They categorize we have about 5 thresholds. There's the tax information threshold, and they tell you that depending on your location, you may be required to provide certain information for tax purposes. And then there's a verification threshold. Uh, for you to verify your identity and verify your address, there's a certain threshold you have to reach for you for AdSense to send you that particular email for you to be able to get that threshold. Then there's the payment method selection threshold. This is what Hilma was asking. Yeah, so at some point when you get to a certain level of money on AdSense, AdSense will send you an email and tell you, give us your bank details for purposes of payment. And then there's the payment threshold. You will be paid when your outstanding earnings reach the payment threshold, as long as there are no holds on your account. No holds on your account. You're not having any problems with YouTube. You're not having any problems with AdSense or things like that. And then there's the cancellation threshold. Sometimes you may just get bored with being a YouTube monetized channel and you want to cancel the AdSense altogether. There's a certain amount you must have on AdSense for you to be able to cancel. Now let us look at these thresholds. I'm just going to give an example. So are you seeing there, if like you are in a country where the US dollar is very predominant, for you to get your tax information, there is no threshold. But for you to verify that AdSense, you need a $10. $10 is what they always say, you need to have about $10 on AdSense for them to send you the PIN. And that's why what happens when people get monetized, they really struggle to look for $10. They really struggle to look for $10. EK, how you doing, EK? Welcome, EK. My channel member EK is here. Alcimo is here. Thank you so much, Alcimo, bro, all the way from Indonesia. Terima kasih, Abang. Trina is also here. Nice to see you, Trina. Yeah, so these are the threshold numbers. So if you like you are in the US, for them to send you the PIN, they need you to have $10. You can see that one there. I've just highlighted it. If you are in Australia, you need to also have about $10 or equivalent in Australian dollars. If you are in Canada, same action. If you are in Chile, how many pesos? They'll tell you there. So normally the $10 is standard for everybody, like who is on YouTube. They will tell you have $10 and then we are going to send you the PIN. And then for them to send you now your payment method threshold, like for example, for them to ask you now to put your bank account detail, or what kind of payment method are you going to use? Do you want to be paid through electronic transfer? Do you want to be paid through check? There's a threshold there. Again, you must have that $10. Remember, in Australia, you must have made $15. Are you seeing these numbers? So when you get to, so as your numbers keep increasing, AdSense will keep sending you emails. You can see in Chile, you can see if you are in Europe, they need you to have another $10 for you to get the payment method threshold, and so on. So you can see all these numbers. If you are in Indonesia, where Alcimo, my brother, is from, you need to have about how much is this? I can't even, there's so many zeros. 130,000 rupiah to get that, to get the payment method details. Now, the payment. Now, for you to be paid on YouTube, what do you need? $100. This is standard everywhere. So they need you to have $100. For people like us in Africa, it is 70 euros. But 70 euros now is about $100 pretty much. It has the currency, the dollar has not been doing so well. So 70 euros and the euros and the dollar have kind of met nowadays. They are literally at the same level. So if you're like in a country like Kenya, they need you to have about how much? 70 euros in terms of threshold for them to be able to send you for them to be able to pay you. If you are in Italy, like Pau, you need like about you also need about 70 euros because it's from a European country, and that is literally the requirement. So you can see these requirements. If you are Bad Files is based in the States. You can already see Bad Files just got their 4K the other day. I think they are setting up these things now, the AdSense and whatnot. So you can see Bad Files will need to have about $100 for them to get their first salary. If you are in Jamaica, let's see Jamaica down here. Is Jamaica in this list? They don't have a lot of countries, but they give you like an estimate. So let's say Jamaica they deal in dollars. So Jamaica requirement will be $100. Latoya, am I right? Do they need that? That is your threshold, right? If you are in Australia, if you are in, let's say, Philippines, that is Asia generally. So you can check the estimate. But generally, they always say $100 is standard. You can see Singapore, you need 150 Singapore dollar. If you are in South Africa, they need 1,000 rand. 1,000 rand for you for you to get paid. 1,000 rand translates to just about $100. Pretty much. It's standard everywhere. If you are in Uruguay, you need like 2,400 Uruguay dollar or something like that. If you are in the Dubai, where Amorit is from, Amorit will need 350. That is like dirhams. It's dirhams, right? Yeah. So you can, if you are in Turkey, you can see the lira. You can see you need about 200 lira in Turkey to get paid. So this is normally your payment threshold. So this is where the people struggle so much as YouTubers. That to get that threshold is usually the hardest part. Hey Tasha, nice to see you. Yeah, so to get that threshold is what bothers a lot of people. And this is where the work is if you're a YouTuber. And as I said, there are 3 important dates. If you're on YouTube, you have 3 important dates you need to look out for. The first one is on 3rd. 3rd is when they reconcile the amount of money you must have made in the previous month. And then that figure is what becomes final on your AdSense. I'm going to show you my AdSense so that you can see whether I've met the threshold. And that number, I was telling you that when you go to your YouTube studio and you check if you're monetized, there's normally a revenue tab. When you click on your revenue tab, you will notice that money keeps going up and down. That number is never stable. It's always going up, it's coming down, it's going up, it's coming down, and you start wondering what is happening. The number keeps going up and coming down because YouTube is smart. And I told you this before. There are people who get monetized and then they are like, thank you so much, guys, I'm monetized. Thank you for coming for my monetization party. Thank you for giving me super chat. And then they're like, they realize that, oh, people came and supported me on my monetization party. And then after that, I don't see them anymore. So I have to, how am I going to get revenue? You're not going to do monetization parties every month. No one is going to be coming there to throw money at you. You have to work hard on YouTube. So what do? You have to do videos, and you need to get these videos to be watched. So what people do, some people go and sit on a computer. They put all their videos on a playlist. They add ads on those videos, and then they sit and they're like watching, and they're watching their own ads. And they're like, yes, I'm going to make revenue. You know what will happen? The following day, you'll notice actually your revenue has gone higher. If you actually sit and watch your own videos and you have ads on your videos, your revenue is actually going to go higher the following day. You will notice it very nicely. But check 2 days later, YouTube will have done its thing. That number will reduce again. Because why? There's something in YouTube we call invalid traffic. Invalid traffic applies to people who are monetized. They go sit on a playlist and they start watching their own videos so that they can watch ads to support their own videos. Another thing that can get you into trouble for invalid traffic is when you tell people to watch commercials. Like you're coming to my live stream here and I'm like, did you watch that is wrong. YouTube can penalize you for that. You're not supposed to encourage people to watch commercials because they want people who are viewing your videos to be organic. Do you know what an organic user does? What do you normally do when you go to watch videos on YouTube, especially people who are not your friends? You normally skip the ads, right? That is what an organic user does. They never have time to watch the ads. So why is it all of a sudden when people are coming to watch Yoga with Goga, they are really watching the ads with a lot of dedication, as if the ad is the video? Get the point? So YouTube already knows that people do this kind of tricks. So they will get you into problems they'll slap you with invalid traffic. And then the revenue that you got while watching yourself very religiously for like 10 hours, it all goes away because they call it invalid traffic. Because you're not, they don't encourage that behavior of people watching their own, you get commercials or things like that. Or maybe telling people you're not also supposed to solicit for people to watch them for you. You're not supposed to do that. And then also there are people who farm those views. They actually go and use other platforms so that they can like blow up the views that with users who are not real. That can also get into trouble. Yes, you'll get like, yeah, this video has like a lot of views, but if those views were not real people, you will not get revenue from that video. So the invalid traffic is one of the problems that affects channels that are monetized. And that's why the other day I was on somebody's panel and they were asking me, is a playlist important when you're monetized? I'm like, no, a playlist is not important when you become monetized because you're not looking for WH. But a playlist is important if you are doing like a cooking series for your supporters to follow through what you've been doing. If you are doing a series that you want people to be following, or like an exercise series or a fitness program, That one you can do a playlist because you want people to follow, but don't do a playlist and then you end up putting commercials for people to like support the ads. That can get you into problems with invalid traffic. I hope you've noted that one down because that's very crucial. That's very crucial. Hey, Food and Mood Pakistan. How you Rizwan? How you doing, Rizwan? How is Pakistan? Thank you so much for coming in. I thought I saw Nicola there. Nicola, nice to see you. Nicola, Sangita, welcome, Sangita. Nice to see you. Thank you so much, guys, for joining in. I really appreciate the support. Yes, exactly. Even I like what Sangita is saying. My channel is not monetized. Please don't skip. You're not supposed. You can't even say that. You're not even supposed to say that. You're not supposed to say that. But where was I? So the numbers, if you are monetized channel and you see those numbers keep reducing, they keep going up and coming down, that is YouTube correcting that is YouTube correcting people who are doing invalid traffic. People who are like watching their own or encouraging people to watch their videos so that they can get revenue. And then that money will reduce. So at some point you'll be looking at your channel, you look at the estimated earnings, and then you look at the money on AdSense, and you're wondering, why is the money on YouTube higher than the one on AdSense? The one on AdSense is the true figure. The one on YouTube will change daily. It changes daily because people are watching your channel. Things are happening. There's always activity on your channel. Revenue is driven by traffic. If you can get traffic to your videos, the revenue is going to go up because when they come to your videos, they will find commercials. So anything you do on YouTube has to be very intentional, because you are the moment you become monetized, you're working for views, because views will eventually bring in the traffic, and you need the traffic because the traffic is what is going to watch the ads, and the ads is what is going to get you the revenue. So that is the long and short of it. So you need to actually, that's why you find that when you become monetized, you have to churn out content every single, like you have to, this is like, if you have to go on live stream, you have to turn on the ads because that is traffic coming in. If you have to do any activity, make sure after you get monetized, you have to turn on all those things, because that's how you're going to get revenue coming into the channel. It's driven by the traffic. It's driven by the views that come into your channel. I have a question here from Trina. Trina says, I heard if another logo from another platform, say IG, is in your videos, you don't get this. That one can even get you. I like this question. Ike can even help me answer this. My brother Ike can help me answer this, because Ike has also been monetized on Facebook before. Don't go, if you have to go get content from other platforms, and I know sometimes we run out of content. Kingsley, are you here? Kingsley asked me this question some time back. If you have to go get content, let's say on Instagram or Facebook, and you know Instagram or TikTok, or even TikTok is very popular. You go get TikTok, and then you come and upload your TikTok video because it went viral on TikTok, and then you come and upload it on YouTube here as a short, hoping to get the same reaction. That video can get you into trouble because they call it what? They'll call it what? Reused content, or they can slap with a copyright thing because it's not content that is yours. It's a TikTok content or something like that. And that's why they always say, if you have to borrow, let me use a word. If you have to borrow content from other platforms, edit it in such a way that it can't get you into trouble. Edit it in such a way that you change it, give it a different taste, edit it, react to it. Just make sure it doesn't look like the same thing you posted on TikTok, and then TikTok normally puts its logo, or even Instagram, they put their logo on their videos nowadays, or reels, so that it doesn't get you into trouble. Hey Kumam, how are you doing? How is Uganda? So yeah, so you have to be very like intentional, Tina, especially when you get content from other platforms. That's what I would say in that case. That's what I would say in that case. I hope I've answered that question. So the next thing I want to talk about, while still in this subject of threshold, is what is the threshold on your country? And maybe some of you can give me estimates so that I have an idea of how much do you guys need to make for you to get paid in your country if you're a monetized channel. So $100 is not easy to make. 70 euros, especially if you're in Africa, it's not definitely easy to make. So what do you do? What are some of the steps that you need to now initiate to be able to ensure that you meet that threshold? And that is now your work as a YouTuber. Do you need to upload more videos? How do you get your videos to get more views? Do you need to do more live streams? but are people coming to these live streams because that will also help their revenue and things like that. So you need to actually start thinking along those lines. If you're almost getting monetized, these are some of the challenges that are ahead of you. This is the mountain that you have to climb, and this is actually what's going to now give you your next steps. So I'm going to talk about just under the threshold. I'm going to give you an estimate of what happens. So on third of every month, YouTube does the reconciliation. So AdSense does the reconciliations, and then they give you your true figure. Like this is the amount of money you earn, and then they upload it on your AdSense account. And then what happens? The next important date is 20th. Okay. Any changes that you want to make to your payment information, maybe you want to change the bank account, maybe you want to ensure that you don't have payment holds, you must complete all those things by 20th of the month. Because if you don't do them by 20th of the month, any money that you've earned that month will be pushed to the following month. Okay? And then they say your total balance on the 20th of the month must have reached the payment threshold. You must have reached 70 euros by 20th, or you must have reached $700 by 20th, or something like that. So that's like very crucial. That's like a very crucial date, especially as a content creator. So 3rd, 20th, you must have make any changes that you need to make on your AdSense by 20th. And then now payment, YouTube pays the salary between 21st and 26th. Yeah, it normally pays the salary. The payouts are normally done between 21st and 26th of every month, where they send you now money to your bank account or things like that. That one is normally done between 21st and 26th. And I always crack a joke anytime somebody asks me this. You notice, if you ever want people to give you super chat, do your live stream. Try do your live streams from 21st to 26th. YouTubers are normally very generous because they've been paid, especially monetized channels. They will come and they'll be like, hey, make it rain. Let me give you a super chat, because they've just gotten their salary. That's why they are so generous. But between 1st and 20th, they are very quiet. It is very quiet. There is no colored charts on the charts. It's normally very quiet on the charts between 1st and 20th. But between 20th and 30th, people are very generous. YouTubers tend to be very generous, especially the ones who are monetized, because they've just gotten a salary. So they're just like, yeah, let's do this. Guys, we are rich. And then once they do that, of course, they go quiet, because now they have to work hard again to make sure they hit the threshold. Okay. The only problem and the biggest nightmare is that the threshold is never guaranteed. People will tell you here, people who are monetized will tell you when they got their last salary. Unless your channel is doing very well, like Alcimo is here on the chat. Alcimo's channel got 100,000 subscribers. Alcimo's videos, one video, if Alcimo does a video, that video doesn't get less than 14,000 views. The other day when Alcimo was here on the panel, you can watch that live stream I did with Alcimo. The other day, just before he got his silver button from YouTube, Alcimo told us that he has never skipped a threshold, because his videos do very well, that he always gets salaries at the end of every month. You can only be paid on 21st to 26th if you attain the threshold. If you don't attain the threshold, there will be no money coming to your account. So what will happen? I feel so like I didn't get my salary last month, and do you know how much I had on my AdSense on 20th? I had 60 euros. It was 60 euros on my AdSense on 20th. So what happened? I didn't get a salary because I was less 10 euros. But then the following month, things can be so good. People are so generous. Gogo, you're telling me very nice things. Gogo, I just feel like I want to bless you. So there are months, and then there's a month like you can even make like even 100 euros, just like that, even in 1 week or something like that. So what happens? This 100 euros now has to wait until like is it like they're about 20th? YouTube has to do its reconciliations. Remember, they have to tax. Remember, any money you get on YouTube, they get like a cut. They always get 30% from this kind of things. Remember, the American government has to get its tax from there. Hey, Updating TV channel, nice to see you, Priscilla. Welcome. They have to get their tax there and whatnot. And then now the balance is what now AdSense adds. You know, the threshold is actually the net of after all those deductions, and that already tells you. So somebody can come here and give me, let's say, 100 euros on this live stream, but then YouTube will take its 30%. Then of course there's that portion that goes to IRS. It means I need to get some other extra amount so that I can hit the threshold. So the 100 may not really cut it. Okay, and that's why they always say that, yeah, so you have to push yourself like every single month to just hit that threshold. It is never guaranteed. It is never guaranteed. I can count the number of times I've received a salary. I got monetized 1 year ago. I got monetized in May last year. I got my first salary in May, June. I got my first salary in August last year. So you see, May, June, July, I got my salary after 3 months. I got my salary in August. I didn't get a salary in September. No, I got a salary in September as well. I didn't get a salary in October. I got a salary in November because of my birthday party. Of course, I was very wild on YouTube. My birthday got me some good revenue. I didn't get a salary in December. I got a salary in January. I didn't get a salary in April. I got a salary in May. I didn't get a salary in June. I'm getting the threshold. I've hit the threshold this month. I'm getting a salary this month. That is from tomorrow, probably. Who knows? Yeah, so that's how it works. So if you don't hit the threshold, there's no salary. And that's why they say you have to work. So you have to like work hard like a crazy person. You have to like, and that's why they say sometimes you look like a mad person when you're on YouTube streets, because you're chasing the threshold if you're a monetized channel, and you'll keep chasing it. You keep chasing it, and that is literally the biggest problem you have. So I think that literally is now the idea behind payment threshold. Did you hit, if you are on this channel and you're monetized, how many of you have always hit the threshold since they were monetized? If I was to tell people to raise their hand, you will notice it will be very few people. Like, not everybody can say that they hit the threshold like consecutively, like this month. Nobody did that, unless your videos are doing so well. Like, unless your videos are doing so well, or you blew up, one went viral, and now you are guaranteed of those number of views every month that give you that threshold. So that is how it works. Unless there's a question there, I think I've explained that aspect of threshold. You're going on well, Goga. Thank you, Trina said. Yeah, so I'm going to show you my AdSense account. I never like hiding these things because it's important you see. So I'm going to show you my AdSense. Then you can see the threshold. So let me just share my screen. Exactly, Trina. Oh, Alisa, thank you so much. Trina is like, you're going on well, go. Yeah, so let me just show you this. Share my screen. Google AdSense. Yeah, so that's the AdSense account. You can see that. So I'm going to select, it's already selected, AdSense for YouTube. So yeah, if your AdSense is okay, there's normally a red ribbon somewhere here. Are you seeing where the home is? If there's something you're supposed to do, there'll be like a red ribbon somewhere here, in case there's something you're supposed to do on your AdSense. And that's why I always make a point to visit your AdSense just to see whether there is any requirement, anything they need from you. Because I know they send emails, but sometimes they put for you a very strong red ribbon there. So when you go on AdSense, I'm going to click on my payments info. And then I'm going to select, again, remember I told you AdSense, anybody can have AdSense. So I'm going to select YouTube. Oh, I need to refresh. Let me just refresh that. Yeah, sometimes it logs out because I've been out for a while. So AdSense, sometimes you have to be very... Okay, there it is. So I select YouTube. Yep. So you can see this blue line, it means I hit the threshold. I got the pay. But you see, the last time I got my YouTube salary was in May. And then, so what happened at the end of June, at the end of May, I only had 60. But then in July today, you're wondering why I have 152. It's because between June and July, I must have gotten an extra 90. So I must have worked for about 90, and then 90 was added to 60. So if I get a salary, this will be what they'll send this. They'll send this in the next 1 week or something. In the next 1 week. So if you don't hit the threshold, this thing is always blank. This thing is always blank. Like if I was to change it to normal AdSense, if I was to, you see like the normal AdSense, if you don't reach the threshold, is normally blank like this. And they will tell you for you, your threshold should be 70 euros. So 70 euros is somewhere here. So if you don't, when I was at 60, the blue line, the thing was not fully blue. So this thing has to be fully blue for them to now pay you completely. They have to for them to pay you completely. Trina says some get monetized for months and still don't get one pay. That is very true. That is very true. Nyambura Passionate, how you doing, Nyambura? Welcome. Yeah, so you can check. Priscilla says unanikumbusha yangu Goga. Yeah, it's important you check this. This threshold is not easy to get. So you find, but it's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing because you say I didn't get a salary in the month of June, but I kinda made the threshold in the month of the same June. But it's just that it's like the salary just came double. Okay, it's just that of course it had to drag. I had to give YouTube its time to do its thing. I had to work hard on YouTube. I had to see where the revenue points and things like that for me to be able to get to that threshold. And that's what that is the difference. So if you are to if you go to AdSense, you can always choose. So if I say YouTube, so in this month I've technically hit the threshold. So they're probably going to send this in the next couple of days. And then now I have to work hard the following month to make sure that I get that. And you can view all the transactions. You can see the months you are paid, and you can change the payment methods. You can see this thing of managing your payment methods. You can change these things if you ever want to change your account. Like now I want to change my account because my current bank, I think, has started charging very high exchange rates. So I want to open a Euro account so that I can the YouTube money can just go to the Euro account because it's in euros anyway. So they can send it and let it just stay in euros so that it doesn't because again, banks sometimes also just do their own. They also like get their cut from the currency exchange, and then you can lose some money out of it. So I just want to open a Euro account, and then the YouTube money can stay on the Euro account, and then I can be making purchases based on that account and things like that. And you can view your transactions. You can get a statement to see when you're paid, and they will tell you when they paid you. Normally, when YouTube AdSense pays you, they normally send you a statement that this amount of money was sent to your account on this day, and then after 2 days, it will be able to reflect in your account. My bank normally sends me a text to tell me that your YouTube salary has arrived or something like that. So yeah, so this threshold is not easy. You can go for months even without getting the threshold. Yeah. So so I want to actually ditch my bank because they're really overcharging me, like when it comes to these currency exchange rates. So I'd rather get my money. I'd rather get my money in euros rather than changing it again into Kenya shillings, and then I lose based on the exchange rate. Saniki says, that's me. I've never reached a salary yet. So you can imagine. So Saniki got the pin. Saniki got monetized, but she's working towards the threshold up to date. You can see she's working towards the threshold up to date. And then Latoya says, that's so true, Goga. The banks charge too much from it. Yeah, so yeah, sometimes you have to like, yeah, look at that. Priscilla says, to be paid needs struggling. To be paid needs struggling. That's true. You have to put in the work. You have to put in the work. And that's why you have to now think of a strategy. What are some of the strategies you can throw in your channel that can make you get to the threshold? It is things like for me, my personal opinion right now, it is the views. It is just the traffic. You need to just get traffic to your channel, and it has to be organic traffic, because again, you don't want to get into trouble for invalid traffic. Remember, you can have traffic, yes, but if it is invalid traffic, you're not going to get earnings from that. YouTube will penalize you for that. They will cut your revenue from it. So it really has to be the views. You have to like see how to get intentional about the views that come to your channel. You have to look at you have to get very intentional about the videos you post. It has to be your video upload schedule. If you're doing live streams, it has to be, you have to make sure that you always turn on the ads on the live streams or things like that, because when people come, you're also getting like some revenue out of it. So it is, if you can get the traffic to your channel, you can get the views. And if you can get the views, there's an opportunity there to get revenue. Saniki says that is from November. Wow, you see, Saniki got monetized in November, and it is July now. She's still waiting to get to the threshold. That is the work. And then Latoya says, my bank takes 30% whenever YT send. Jeez, it's a lot. And then Baba 152 sounds a lot in Kenya. Yeah, with the current economy, not much. And this is why some people get discouraged. That is true. That is true. That is true. What is invalid? Anne is asking. Invalid traffic, as I was saying earlier, invalid traffic is when people are, in case people are watching your videos just to give you support in terms of the commercials. YouTube doesn't approve of that, and that actually violates the AdSense guidelines. That violates AdSense guidelines. If they find you like encouraging people to watch your ads, if they find you like if they find you are trying to like watch your own ads on you're trying to watch your own ads, they call that invalid traffic, and they will remove all the revenue that you got from that activity. So that's why you have to be super careful. You have to be super careful, and that's why sometimes when people come and they announce that, oh, I mean, be smart around it. Don't even say it. Don't like, yeah, you can just, oh, thank you so much for supporting my Watchmen or something like that. Thank you so much. I saw you said you are watching the. Don't be very explicit when you're on live stream asking people to, oh, please guys watch. I go to channels and people are like, guys, did you watch my? No, don't do that. That can get you into trouble. Even, and the moment, like if I start saying that now, you know what YouTube is going to do? YouTube is going to make this live stream. YouTube is going to make this live stream. In fact, let me check whether it has flagged it. It's going to make the $ orange. It's going to stop all the ads that are running on this live stream. Especially because if they notice the activity, anything remotely close to me, like trying to encourage you people to, if they notice that, they will flag the live stream. So you always have to be you always have to be very careful when you're like on a panel or a live stream like this. The things you say on live stream can actually cost you revenue, things like that. Yeah. So don't do that. They will cut the revenue because of that invalid traffic. Oh, let me see. Look at what I like what Inspire just shared with us. You see what Inspire says? I had 60 of my boys on replay to get ad revenue. The next day, I got a huge notification on my screen, invalid views. Yes, that is very that is literally the consequence of of sitting to like start watching your own videos to get ad revenue. And if they give you invalid views, they can kick you out of the YouTube partner program. They can actually demonetize your channel. They can demonetize your channel. And a lot of channels are getting demonetized, by the way, because of these activities. Sometimes your friends will just actually think they're supporting you genuinely, but they're doing more harm to your channel than you may imagine. So if people want to watch you, just let them watch you genuinely to support you. But as much as you may have a playlist and things like that, let them don't be very explicit that, oh, you must watch those things for me to get revenue. The revenue will go up for sure, but 2 days later, YouTube is going to remove that revenue instantly. It will just drop, and you'll start wondering, why is my figure always changing on? Why is that figure always changing on? Why is my money always changing on studio? You start asking yourself that, and you're wondering, why is that money changing? It's because YouTube is normally doing a cleanup because it knows the activities people are doing. Now I'm going to answer for Sky. For Sky, are you still here? You wanted me to talk about super thanks in YouTube Shorts. You wanted me to talk about super thanks. So I'm going to share my studio so that I can answer for Sky on this question. Hold on. Let me see. Let me project this. Tati Sifetitsa, how you doing, brother? How is Romania? Oh, Sky is here. Let me answer Sky just now. Oof, let me drink some water. I've been screaming here like crazy. All right, let me answer. So I'm going to share my studio. All right, so you can see my studio. So when you go to the studio, this is what I was telling you. This figure is always changing. Estimated revenue is not final revenue. This number will go down tomorrow because YouTube will start saying that, Goga, what activities were you doing, or things like that. So estimated revenue is never like final. Estimated revenue is never final. It's important to clarify that. So now I'm going to click on, when you scroll, you come on earn. When you get monetized, you normally your earn this earn thing. I know when you're not monetized, it tells you how far you are to get monetized, right? But when you get monetized, this is what you see on your studio. Your ads must be active. You have to when your page ads are active, you're earning revenue from the ads. Your short ads have to be active. My memberships are active. That's why you can see people on the chat who are green. Those are all my channel members. And then your super chats, supers are active. Supers are actually the super stickers, the super chats. You have to turn all these things on. You normally turn them on from here. And you can turn them off. You see, these things have to be on. When you click on supers, you can turn them on. I can turn my super stickers, my super thanks, my super chats off. Like if I do that now, like this, it just goes off. And then if you continue your funds, you no longer see super chat as a purchase option. When you get monetized, Playgreat, are you still here? Playgreat, this is what I wanted to show you, Playgreat, because Playgreat forgot to turn these things on when she got monetized, and I was like, why are you not turning these things on? Why are you not turning these things on? Yeah, so when you get monetized, you have to turn these things on. That's how people are going to send you super chat, like Winnie Shiko just sent me my super chat, or what Joy Kenya sent me earlier. So you can see these things, like you have to turn all these things on. Because that some people will just be excited. Maybe they'll be like, Goga said something very nice. Let me just like give him like something. Yeah, it doesn't need to be much. And these super stickers, they actually help a lot because they actually help in terms of the revenue. The small things, in Kenya here, we have a Swahili saying, kidogo kidogo ujaza kibaba. The small things actually normally they add into the revenue. So never even ignore. If somebody even comes and gives you less than $1, can you appreciate that? Because that is actually taking you to the threshold. Never start judging that all. But so and so gave me this amount of super chat, and this one is not giving me like enough super chat. It is not people's responsibility to get you to your threshold. It is your own responsibility as a YouTuber. So never feel bad that people are giving you small supers. Or that small super one day will become like part of the threshold. And YouTube is not going to like take it away. It's once they make their deductions, it's not like they're going to take it away anyway. They will keep it until the day you're able to get to that $100 or 70 euros. Hey, Lady M, welcome, Lady M. So this is how you turn on the supers. You always have to remember to turn on the supers. Another thing is memberships. Memberships are also very important. You need to be adding memberships. Because, and even if somebody becomes your member for a month, it's okay. They gave that 1 month, because you may find that the price of being my member for 1 month is less than even the price of a super chat or a super sticker. So there are people who just like love being they just become your member, and that is support. Don't feel bad that somebody only supported you for a month. As I said again, it is not people's obligation to make you get to your threshold. It is your own obligation. You are the only one who knows the best way to keep people to get to your threshold. So this is everybody has a right to whether they want to be your member or not. And somebody may come and give you a very generous super chat. Like somebody may come and give you 50. Somebody may actually come and give you your entire threshold. Somebody can just come and say, Goga, I'm giving you $100 right now. $100 is like how many of my memberships? That is like somebody having my membership for like about 100 months. That is like somebody becoming my life member or something. Like it can be. So yeah. So sometimes somebody may not be your member, but they're just generous with their supers, which is even more than the membership. So again, that can also be another thing. So always turn on when you become monetized, activate your memberships. There are people who just want to make they just want like to give you small contributions for the amount of work and time you're spending on the live stream or on YouTube. There are people who are just good like that. My members are just generous like that. They're just cool people who want to support you and your growth. So it's rather than them like having to worry about giving you super chat, they can become your members, and actually they can let their member thing be deducting every month. Let me say let me give you context. Like I currently have about, I think I have about 30 members. These members are at different levels. There are some who are Dragon members, there are some who are Warrior members, and then there are those ones who are Tribe Goga. Tribe Goga is normally about 50. I don't know what is $50. I don't know how to say it in America. Help me. What is $50? Laura, somebody. I don't know how you read. $50 is like what? I don't know what you call it, but yeah, you get the point. So if like you have these 30 people, or let me say $1. Let me say Warrior. Warrior is $1. Warrior is $1. The Warrior level. If these 30 members are like all my Warriors members, 30 times $1 is about $30. I'm already like you get, so from memberships already you've made about nearly half your threshold, almost half a threshold. So look at it that way. Like even if however low it may be, the lower it is, the more you keep in these people, and they kind of help with the threshold, because then you can now use your ad revenue, and you can use your supers and those kind of things to get the balance that gets you to the threshold. So never take it for granted. Even if somebody gives you a membership for like about a month, it's like it makes a difference. It makes a difference. So make sure you turn on your memberships. Shorts became monetizable from February this year. But the ad from shorts, guys, it's not even much. Geez, if the revenue I mean from shorts, if I was to show you them how much I earn from shorts, you'll feel like crying. Let me show you. The shorts, they don't give you much in terms of revenue. You go to your analytics here, click on click on revenue. If I was to look at the revenue I've earned from shorts in the last 28 days, it's only 70 shillings. 70 Kenya shillings is less than $1. If I was to look at the revenue for a lifetime from shorts, just from shorts, shorts is probably 2023, because shorts were not there in last year. Yeah, since I started getting money from shorts, I've only gotten $2 from shorts, and these shorts have given me over 100,000 views. And you can see the revenue for every 1,000 views is what? 2 shillings on shorts. Shorts don't pay much. And even people who have like channels with millions of views and things like that, they will tell you that they don't even make shorts because it doesn't give them a lot of revenue. So you can already see this. Shorts don't pay much. It was ambitious, to be honest, but they really don't. The revenue is not really much as what people expected. The views are definitely very good. The views from shorts are very good. Lily, my friend Lily, Lily's mental health likes saying, shorts make your channel look pretty. Shorts make your channel look pretty. Shorts make your channel look pretty. So like, yeah, because yeah, they somebody will come and click your shorts and they'll be like, wow, this person is very famous. This person is very popular. But then the revenue from the shorts is like really dismal. It's not even, I don't know. You can already see the revenue from shorts since and I've done quite a number of shorts. It's only like $2 in a lifetime since February, because shorts became monetizable from February this year. So that already gives you an idea. So for Sky, I hope I've answered you. Is there any other question I can take? You can ask your questions now. I'm pretty much done. So that is literally all about AdSense. So now we can come to the Q&A session. If you have any questions you want to ask, if you have any problem setting up AdSense you want to ask, you can ask now. You can ask me now. We have quite a number of minutes. I think we have about 30 minutes to go, so we can still take your questions. Yeah, so shorts, I wouldn't bank so much on revenue from shorts. The shorts don't give you much in terms of they don't give you much in terms of revenue, but they definitely make your channel look pretty, for sure. They definitely make your channel look pretty. No questions. We are done. We go home. 70 shillings. Yeah. 70. It's like crazy, Joy Kenya. Like it's like 70 shillings in 1 month from shorts. 70 shillings, not $70 for sure. 70 shillings. Shorts make people subscribe. Yeah, shorts are very good for, as I said, they're very good for getting new subscribers. But the subscribers from shorts, they never watch your long form videos. The people who watch shorts are a different type of people. They never watch long form videos, but they will definitely add. They will definitely make your channel look very nice, like your subscribers are growing, and as I said, it makes your channel look pretty. It makes your channel look pretty. But the challenge is always getting these people who are watching shorts to come and watch your long form videos. That right there is the work. Hey Laisi, I can see you there on Facebook. Sasa Laisi, habari ya leo. Karibu sana. I see Richard Opere there as well. Thank you so much, guys, who are watching me from Facebook. I really appreciate that. Please give me that thumbs up. We are here on YouTube. We are here on YouTube. We are here on YouTube. You can cross there. Hey Lily, be nice. Be nice. Yeah. Lily, you got. Wow, Lily, you know how to hide in the bush. I was talking about how you said shorts make your channel look pretty, and I think that is like some very serious truth. Some very serious truth, to be honest. Some very serious truth. I totally like. I like that. It was very blunt. It's very blunt. So yeah. So shorts I have on YT, and I have TikTok. Okay, let me see what Winnie is asking. Winnie has a question. Yeah, feel free to ask questions. I'm now actually on the Q&A session, so I don't have anything else to discuss. If you have any question on AdSense, if you have any question on payment threshold, you can ask. You can ask now. Oh, and to those who are asking about my background, that is my city. This is how Nairobi looks like. That's Nairobi in the background. Nairobi, the city. The landmark there, that is what we call the International Conference Center. The one that looks like... I don't know what it looks. I don't even think. Yeah, that one is like the landmark that describes Nairobi. Yeah, these new buildings here. So that's Nairobi by night, by evening. Hey, True Life, how are you doing, True Life? Welcome, True Life. Alisa says, "Take care, everyone." Thank you so much, Alisa. I hope I was of assistance. Thank you so much, Alisa. Trina also asked one question. Okay, let me see. Trina. Let me just note it down. I think I missed it. 30% of your threshold. Is it that one, Trina? Let me start it. Let me put a star on it. Then I can come to Winnie. Let's see. Lily is asking, Google, what are you saying about Lily? So I've noted Trina. Shorts I have on YouTube, and I have TikTok logo. Will they get me into trouble during monetization? If they've not been flagged already, probably not. But it's always important to make sure that when you are putting any content on YouTube, it will not get into copyright trouble. So that's why if you have to upload a short that you have on TikTok, and it has a TikTok logo, see whether you can edit it in such a way you can remove the TikTok logo, or you can just react to it. Enhance that video so that it looks like a totally new video. Let it not look like it was fished from somewhere and then brought on YouTube to make content because you are lazy to make content for YouTube. Put a reaction, edit it, and add something to it, write-ins. Just make sure it looks different than what you posted on TikTok, and avoid posting videos on YouTube that have logos from other platforms like Instagram or TikTok or those kind of things. It is just much safer. It's just much safer. And then let me see. Trina, I think I didn't get the context of the question. Trina is asking, do you have to turn on the ads and super chats every time you go live? No, not at all. Once you turn on the super chats, they're permanently on. They're always permanently on. The only thing you have to turn on when you go live is the ads. Let me show you. So let me just highlight that. Winnie, I hope I've answered you. So let me I've answered Trina here. So Trina, if I was to share my dashboard with you, so you click on content, I click on live. Are you seeing this live stream? This is our live stream now. This dollar sign has to be on. This is the one thing you always have to remember to turn on anytime you are going live. If I turn it off, the ads will go off now. The video will not be monetized. You always have to ensure that the dollar sign is green. Always when you are going live. So this live, I'm getting ads from it. And then that's how you get revenue. So it always has to be permanently on when you're going live. Most of us forget, especially when we are doing like live streams using a phone. Sometimes we forget to turn on the you forget to turn on you forget to turn on the what do you call it? You forget to turn on the ads, and then it becomes a problem. Hey, Farmer Isa, how you doing? Welcome to my live stream. First time I'm seeing you here, Farmer Isa. Where are you from? Alex, my channel member, is here. How you doing, Alex? Alex is my super mod guy. So police is here, so behave. Welcome, Alex. Alex is saying, Goga, you know what it looks like. Tell them the inspiration for that tower behind you, Goga. Alex, I will get demonetized. I'm not going to talk about it. You know, Alex is trying to get me into trouble because, guys, what does this tower look like? Are you seeing the tower behind me? That is the landmark for Nairobi. What does it look like? And don't type something that is, make sure you know the kids are watching. Let me just say the kids are watching, and some of us our parents are pastors, so, and my parents are watching, so I don't want to get into trouble. So Alex, leave me alone. You get the point. You get the Inspires already. Inspire says the donkey like beats. Inspire, you need to go to church. You need to go to church, Inspire. Welcome, Wajoram. Yeah, so Trina, I hope I've answered you. So that is literally the logic. Like you don't need to turn on the super chats or the super stickers. You just need to turn on the ads. And then that is what actually makes sense when you're going live. Let me say that there's a third question. Any question? Any other question? Nightbot is welcoming Alex. Alex always gets a very special greeting from Nightbot. Use a green screen with your reaction. That's a good point. That's a good point for Sky. You can actually use a green screen. Bye, guys. I will prepare for my live. Thank you so much, Maura. I really appreciate you stopping by. Thank you so much, Maura. Appreciate it. And then bye. Yeah, Nightbot is already saying Maura, bye. Hey, Lady Posh just landed. That's my other channel member. Posh, welcome, Posh. Experience Africans is also here. Thank you so much, my co-host and my friend. Thank you so much, Experience. Samuel, the traveler, the guy who is prospering after, he left his job, but now he's traveling and making great content. Yeah, so it's really nice to see you guys. You're most welcome, Trina. So yeah, so you don't need to turn on the super chats and whatnot. That one only becomes relevant when you're doing what? When you become monetized, you just need to turn it on once. Happy to meet my good friend from Sky. Thank you so much, Farmer Isa. Win is asking another question. So if you have any question I have very good people who are experienced here. You have also experienced. Africans is also very experienced in on this YouTube topic. So he can also help you in any question you may have about AdSense. You can check him out there. Experience is my member as well, and my amazing co-host, always like amazing to help us shed light on these things. After monetization, hii $sign huapia kwa kila mtu ama do I know someone who is monetized but I don't see the $sign. Which $sign? The one at the bottom. Yeah, if somebody is monetized and you don't see the $sign at the bottom, they've not turned on the super chats and the super stickers. They've turned it off. Just like that's what I was explaining to Trina Winnie just a few moments ago. When you go to a monetized channel, sometimes the monetized channels, they normally don't want super chats. There are people who actually don't accept super chats and super stickers from people. They don't like that. They don't accept money from people. So they normally turn those things off. Even me, I can turn it off now and you won't see them. I can turn it off now and you won't see the $sign. It will just disappear. So it's normally an individual decision. There are people who are even monetized. I know I have a friend who is monetized. They don't turn on ads. They don't do anything. When you go to their live stream, you just think they're not monetized, but they're very monetized. They've been monetized for like over 3 years, but they just don't. They pulled out of becoming a YouTube partner. They said it was so much work and they were not ready for that kind of stress. So it's really an individual decision, to be honest. Like, to be honest, because there are people come on YouTube for different reasons. Some people just want to document their life, and that is it. That is okay. They don't want the, I don't know, becoming a YouTube partners, you getting monetized. Some people don't want to sign up for that kind of craziness. But then there's some people like, hey, I want to make money on YouTube. I want YouTube to be my second job. I want to be Mr. Beast. I want to be famous. I want to be rich. The people actually want, that is their intention. So they will turn on all those things. And then they realize we're not going to be Mr. Beast anytime soon. So what do we do? And then you start managing your expectations. Yeah. So we need, it's really, at the end of the day, it really depends on an individual. Yeah. Hilma says, thanks, Alex. That is True Life saying hi. Thanks to Alex. I think I need to activate my membership. Yes, activate it. Even if you don't get a member, Hilma, somebody, one day somebody will get excited and just say that I'm just going to be supporting this girl. Let it just run. There's a time, the other day when I was celebrating my 1 year monetization on YouTube, I was explaining to you how I spent my half of my revenue. Half of my revenue was just supporting small YouTubers like me. After they've gotten monetized, it was becoming their member. It was giving them a super chat. I spent like about, how much was it? It was like 50,000 Kenya shillings on just supporting other YouTubers. That was like half of my revenue the first year after getting monetized. I said I'm going to keep it on YouTube because it has not been easy, and I know how hard it is when you get monetized. Just getting that $10 to get the pin, that verification for the pin is just already, most people can't even afford it. So I always make sure, like, I'll give at least, I can give them maybe 2 to 3. Somebody else can add. Let this person at least get the pin, and that's it. And then they can work towards the other milestone. Another thing I wanted to say: when you get monetized, don't be so focused on the $10 for the pin, because some of us, I think, we really work so hard to get the $10 for the pin, and then you forget there's the $100 threshold that is coming. Always look at play the long game. That is the $100, because the $100 will still include the $10 for the pin anyway. So that's why some people are normally shocked when they get their pin. They're like, oh, this came very fast, but it's because they were not looking at the pin. They were looking at the threshold, the next threshold. So when you look at the other next threshold, you'll not worry about these small thresholds that you need to get to. You'll never worry about these small $10 thresholds. Not at all. Yeah. So Hilma, turn on that membership. You never know. Somebody may be blessed to come and bless your channel. Samuel Traveler saying, I'm great. Farmer Isa is saying hi to people. Hey, Julian. How you doing, Julian? Welcome, Julian. Joyful Julian is here. Thank you so much for popping in, sis. How you doing? Any other question? I think I've answered all the questions that have been asked. Any other question? If you have any question on AdSense, if you have any question on revenue, I'm here for you. Our guest will be coming on Sunday. The pilot will be coming on Sunday. She's now going to fly. Me, I can't stop pilots who are going to fly. You know, I mean, we had a guest who is a pilot, so we have pushed our interview to Sunday. So we'll have that interview with her on Sunday because she has a flight. So I mean, that's a good reason. When she called me and told me that it's a flight, I was like, hey, there is no way I'm going to come in there of a flight. Yeah. So Experience says I still haven't received my pin. Oh, Experience, yours is an address issue, right? Remember you told me yours was an address issue, because I'm sure you've already hit that. Yours was an address issue, because I remember you explained. I remember there's a time on my live stream you explaining to us about your address situation there in Dubai. Yeah, there in Dubai. Okay, do you have to turn on the ads? I think I've answered this. Why was I flagging Tati's message? Tati, have you reached the threshold? Tati Sifetitsa, have you reached the threshold there in Romania? What is the threshold in Romania? Just let me know real quick. And then, I don't know if any other question? No? Hey, Tati. Tati saying hi to Experience. Okay, yeah, so that threshold for the pin is usually like one of the hardest before you start worrying about these other ones. Like, that's usually like the nightmare. I'm having some nice lemon water. Ooh. Yeah, Experience, I know you're over the threshold. So okay, let me answer this. Hilma is asking, How long does it take to receive the pin? It depends, Hilma. If you are like in Africa, Africa really takes so long. Jeez. I took like 4 months to get the pin. Like, I was like so discouraged. And when you don't get your pin within 4 months, you can be demonetized. They will stop the ads from running on your channel and things like that. So, but Alimatu was here earlier. It really helped me a lot, because when I was getting worried about me not getting the pin, you can get the pin minus. You can still verify your AdSense minus the pin, but you have to. And this is very important advice. If you hear anybody asking, make sure you tell them this. You can verify your AdSense minus that physical pin. Hear me out. If the pin takes so long to reach you, for most of us here in Africa, the problem is the post office. Our post office is not as as established as those guys in the West, or the US, Europe. Those guys who have like a decent postal address system. I applied for the pin. I was working. I put my nice office address, and the mail lady used to come check for me every week. My pin took about 3.5 months to reach. And this was like, I applied for it 3 times. Remember, AdSense will give you 6 times. Is it 6? AdSense will give you 6 chances to apply for the pin. The lesson that I learned, when you get that, when AdSense sends you that message to apply for the pin, apply for it until you exhaust all those chances. Apply. I think I applied the first time, I applied the second time, I applied the third time. I think at the 4th time, when I was just about to apply, the lady brought me the mail. The pin is normally 1. It's not going to change if you apply for it more than once. It will just be the same thing they will be sending. So the number doesn't change. The thing is, when you get that mail to apply for the pin, can you exhaust all those chances? Apply for it today, wait for 2 weeks, then AdSense will tell you can ask for it again, apply again, wait for 2 weeks, wait for AdSense to tell you apply again until you exhaust those chances, because you can only manually verify. There's that thing called manual verification. So what happens if you don't get your pin? You can manually verify your AdSense, but you can only do manual verification if you've exhausted all your chances to apply for the AdSense pin. So if there's somebody here who is just my Kenyan friends, Baba, Winnie, these guys who are in Kenya, you're going to wait for your pin for a while. The day you get your congratulations email, can you start applying for that pin and apply for it after every 2 weeks until you exhaust the chances? Then you can manually verify the AdSense. There's a way you can do that, but AdSense will only give you that menu after you've exhausted all the chances. If you wait for 4 months, because AdSense will give you 4 months for you to activate verify that address. If you don't verify that address within 4 months, you're going to be demonetized. So what you need to do, I think I was only 1 week to the deadline. And I had not exhausted my chances. So the advice I normally tell people, exhaust your chances as much as possible, so that if the pin comes in the course of that, it's better to be safe than sorry. Yeah, always reapply. Julian says I did not have to reapply. Julian is lucky. Julian got monetized in less than 6. This one got monetized in less than 8 months. And she got her pin. She was even shocked when she got her pin. So Alimatu, thank you so much. Alimatu is here. Alimatu will Alimatu is the one who helped me. I was getting so worried, so I used to call Alimatu, and Alimatu has to send me a voice recording from Kuwait and explain to me. She had to send me the link to see how to manually verify the channel. And then just when I was about to, I got the pin. Alimatu is the first person I called. I'm like, we have it, sis. We have the pin. Like, she was so excited about it. Yeah. We were so excited about it. So in Africa, it's very hard to get that pin, because I don't know. I think it's just the postal system, and the thing is coming from. There are all those things come from the United States. So I don't know what normally happens between the United States and Nairobi. I don't know what happens. So I only got the one. I didn't even get. I applied 3 times. I only got one. So I don't know where the others even went. So it really depends. It really depends. Experience says before manual verification can only be done after you've applied for the PIN 3 times each. Yes. Should be after every. Yeah, I think it's 2 to 3 weeks. You keep applying. You keep applying until you get rid of all those chances. You keep applying. Purity, welcome, Purity. Nice to see you, Purity. Lady M is still here. Yeah. So don't be worried. Better safe than sorry. So if you get that congratulations email, start applying for that PIN, and then you wait for 3 weeks. You apply again until you exhaust those chances. Then that manual verification thing will go on. There's somebody who I helped, and they got that. They verified their channel manually. And then they got the PIN like much later after they'd already verified. Yeah, so always, so make sure you do that one out. You check that one out. Hey, Lady Posh, welcome. Thank you. This is Lady Posh, the Kenyan one. Then there's Lady Posh, my sister from Niger. So anytime I see Lady Posh, I have to remember this is Lady Posh 254, and then there's Lady Posh. What is the code for United Kingdom? That one. Yeah. But Lady Posh is so busy nowadays. She has to work night shifts and stuff. So I was talking to her the other day. She can't even do her own live streams. Unless there's any question, I think I hope I've answered that. Hilma, don't worry. Hilma, I think you may be in because I think Sonia also waited for a while. Sonia was here earlier. Sonia, I think, also waited for a while. So I think Namibia, Kenya, I think Africa, there's just drama when it comes to the post office. There must be just something wrong with the post office. Because it takes so long. And you can't like say you're going to give at some point. At some point I was giving up. I wanted to like have it sent to EK. And then I realized that it can't be sent to another country. To the address. They want to verify your address. So unless I say that I register my channel in the United States, that would have been a bit awkward. So they use the address that you used when you are signing up for AdSense. So I wanted to change. I'm like, can this PIN be sent to the United States? Because then EK can get it and then send for me the number. It wasn't possible. So those are some of the logistics. Hilma says, I am confused. So if I keep applying for the PIN after every 3 weeks, how many PINs will I get? Chances are high you'll only get one or none of them, because as I said, it's drama getting that PIN to arrive in Africa. So what I would suggest you do, keep applying. If you get all of them, I know Miss D from South Africa got all the 3 of them. She applied 3 times and she got all of them at the same time. But it's the same number. So it's better just apply when the time has passed, as Joyful is saying. If it passes 3 weeks, apply. 3 weeks again, apply. Even Inspire, even EK got 2 pins. So you can keep applying. Yeah, you can keep applying. I missed the part where you are talking about the $10 threshold. Oh, I can project it again because there's nothing else I'm doing here. So let me see. Oh, EK, there are different numbers for you. Wow. For me, it was the ones I know they were the same. So they told me don't worry about it. It's always the same number unless they've changed something. Let me show Hilma these are the threshold numbers, yeah? These are the threshold numbers. For your tax information, there's no threshold. For your PIN verification, they need you to have $10 on AdSense. For you to get now the notification where they ask you to choose a payment method, whether you want to be paid by bank or check or I don't know what, it's another $10. And then for you to get a salary, it is $100. But if you are in Africa, we have been put in the category of the Europeans, so they always look at our figures in euros. But 70 euros and $100, there's no big difference nowadays. I think it's almost the same. So that is the explanation. So these are your thresholds. So for you to get a verification, everybody needs about $10 on their AdSense, which is very easy to get because you always get that one when you get monetized. Yeah. The only problem is this $100 for being paid a salary. Yeah. Hey, Soccer Edits, how you doing, Soccer Edits? Ike says, I'm waiting to see whether Inspire will require a pin. It seems like I might not because they're using... okay. Oh, yeah, because you're one AdSense, right? One AdSense. You can't have more than one AdSense account, but you can have... They said you can have 50 channels, but only these 50 channels, they can be put on one AdSense account. I think that's what somebody, I think, explained to us some time back. Seen a lot of change. Any question? Hilma, I hope we've answered you. So guys, how many of you have gotten their how many of you are getting their salary this month if you're monetized? Who has hit the threshold for this month? Raise your hand. Like, put that YouTube hand thing. This one. How many have hit the threshold? How many are getting their salary on show of hands? Only me. Who am I buying coffee? Okay, so yeah, Ilma, that is, I hope I've answered you. Those are the threshold numbers. Those are the threshold numbers. You can check this on the support. This was a support. Google, when you check YouTube help, you'll get all these answers. Let me check my notes. I see whether I forgot to say anything, and then let me see whether I forgot anything. So again, remember, YouTube AdSense only allows one account per user. AdSense only allows one account per user, but you can associate other channels to that one account. Because remember, if you're one user, if you're one user, they'll ask you for your ID, and they normally ask for your national ID. They always ask for your country's national ID. And when you are setting up AdSense, the national ID normally bothers a lot of people because AdSense is very strict on it. It has to be taken in such a way, like it has to be in a they use the dimensions. It has to be very clear. It has to show your face, and they take a lot of time to verify whether it's a genuine national ID. So you can imagine if your national ID is different, you can get into trouble. Like it may not even, AdSense may refuse even to approve your account. I know there are people who have gotten into trouble, like AdSense refused to approve their account, and that becomes a problem even after getting monetized, because then if they don't approve, how are you going to be paid? You see, that now becomes the big question. So yeah, so you have to be very particular on your AdSense, and that's why AdSense takes like 2 days to be approved. Goga, does your sound get distorted when playing music from your files? I have no idea. It only gets I have to, because I'm using the Yeti today. So it only gets distorted when I'm using this other mic, this one. But today it's my old mic. But I'm using the Yeti. The old mic is off. Oh no, Julie. Yeah, Julie told me this, but I didn't want to like talk about it. Julie says, I was so close. I was close to get to my Wow, Julie, I'm so sorry about this. Julie says that I was about to get my second pay, and then she then I wait. I think I got lost there. Julie says I was close until they suspended me. It would have been my second pay. Oh no, Julie, Julian, I'm so sorry. Julian told me, I was at a live stream today, and she was telling me that she got demonetized because somebody tried to access her AdSense account. Somebody tried to register another AdSense account claiming that it's her, and you can see YouTube AdSense flagged that immediately, and so she's temporarily demonetized. until she they asked her a few questions, so she's waiting for YouTube now to restore her monetization. Yeah, so Julian got in. Yeah, so your AdSense is very sensitive. Your AdSense is very sensitive, by the way. Welcome back, Laura. Thank you so much. I'm back. I had phone calls. Kosrep is in the building. Oh my goodness, Kosrep is here. How you doing, Kosrep? Long time, brother. How you doing, Kosrep? We never meet nowadays. I come to your premieres. They don't even stay long. Kosrep, it's been a while. How have you been, brother? Thank you so much for coming in. Thank you so much for coming in. Are there YouTubers who get paid monthly? I only know one, Alcimo. My friend Alcimo, who has 100,000 subscribers. And these big celebrities, these big celebrities who have a very huge traffic on their channel, those ones get salaries every month. Miss Priceless, nice to see you, Miss Priceless. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Miss Priceless. Yeah, there are people who get paid every month. Is there anybody on the chat who has been paid every month since they got monetized? Because that is somebody who normally gets the threshold every month, which is the hardest thing to do. Yeah, is there anybody on the chat who has been paid every single month since they got monetized? Those are the real G's. Those are the real G's of YouTube. Yeah. Those are the real G's of YouTube. Because remember, the YouTube salary is contingent upon you reaching the threshold. For you to reach the threshold, as I said, you need people to be watching your content. You need the views, because the views means people will get to watch the ads and they give you the support. So if your channel is doing very well, you're bound to be getting to the threshold every month. You can get that $100 per month. There are people probably make that one. They make that $100 per hour on YouTube. Who knows? So it's not even something to think about. Yeah. No. Okay, there's a question here by Hilma. Goga, so what you're saying, if I'm getting you correct, will I receive an email to apply again, or do I have to apply after every 3 weeks? No, you'll have to go to your AdSense, because remember, AdSense will send it once, and then you have to go to your AdSense, and they will keep telling you that they sent you the pin 2 weeks ago. So, and then they ask you whether you want to apply for it. But that thing of wanting to apply for it is only active after 3 weeks. So that's what I'm saying. After 3 weeks, if you don't get your pin, you go back to AdSense, you apply again. And then next time you go back to AdSense, they will say you applied for this thing 3 weeks ago. They activate the option for you. So you have to keep going. And then the day you don't receive any email. You only once you do it, that's it. You have to keep going to your AdSense physically. It's important. Interact with your AdSense. This is where the money comes from. Interact with your AdSense. I know most of us forget about AdSense and we're just waiting for the notification from our banks ding! You've been paid 100 euros by YouTube. Okay, they never say that. They just say you've received some money in your account. They never say that. I'm just kidding. Kosrep says 21 days. Yeah, thank you so much, Kosrep. Yeah, Kosrep is always very experienced on these things as well. Yeah, I don't know. Any other question on AdSense threshold? Anything? You have to keep checking, Hilma. You have to keep checking. Laura, have you hit? Did you hit your threshold after getting monetized? I know you are monetized because I know you have memberships and stuff going on. Did you hit your $100 threshold? Have you gotten a salary from YouTube since you got monetized? I'm asking my channel member Laura that just to get an answer. Hey, K and Cam, how you doing, K and Cam? Welcome. Welcome, K and Cam. Drama. K and Cam, I have some receipts. I have some very hot receipts, but I will discuss with you after the end of this live stream. Very hot receipts. Very hot. So let's see. Any other question? Nope. Oh, sorry. I don't know. Laura, I'm confusing you with somebody else. Sorry. Yeah. No, I'm confusing you with I'm confusing you with somebody else. I'm confusing you with somebody else because you are talking about memberships the other day. You remember when you're explaining memberships, and then I said I'll come and ask you. I was confusing you with somebody at China's live. Yeah, I'll definitely do that. Allow me to ask this. Okay, this is a nice question. Everybody on the chat can help Soccer Edits on this one. Allow me to ask this. When one gets 4,000 WH, does YT monetize the channel automatically? Hi, Purity. Hi, Purity. How you doing, Purity? What will happen, Soccer Edits? When you get to 4,000 WH and 1,000 subscribers, you'll get an email from YouTube telling you congratulations or something, and then they will now give you then they will give you like an option to apply to be a YouTube partner. It's called the YouTube Partner Program, YPP. So they will ask you to apply to be a YouTube Partner Program. You may choose to apply, you may not, you may choose not to apply. You may be like, no, I don't want to get monetized, that was not my plan, I don't need it. Or you can choose to be a partner. So when you choose to be a partner, it will be like a wizard. You have to click apply, and then it will tell you next, and then the moment you do that, they will send you an email after they've already checked. This is the thing. Soccer Edits. When you apply to be a YouTube Partner Program, they are going to check your channel. So they'll be doing a check-in process. You see, they will check the videos you've been put in. They will check whether you have any strikes, community strikes. They will check a lot of things because they get back to you after 2 days, and then for you, they can either reject your application to be a YouTube partner, so they can reject with reasons, or they'll just send you congratulations, you've been accepted into the YouTube Partner Program. The rejection sometimes happens if you have an active strike. The rejection can happen if they go and find that some of your videos are not your videos. You see, like what you were discussing earlier about putting videos that are not that are from other platforms, and you are keeping the logos. They check those things. So that's why you have to be very careful on the kind of content you upload. So those are the things they check. They check your activities based on the kind of videos you've been posting. So they check those thumbnails. So make sure you don't have copyright problems. Make sure you don't have copyright. You don't have copyright strikes. You don't have any active community strikes, and so on. Kosrep is here. Ewo, Kos.
Yes. Good evening from here.
Good night from here. How are you doing?
I'm okay. What about you?
Good. Why are you walking in Europe looking like a tourist and you live there?
I'm coming out from a course. I'm doing a course, a 4-month course.
Wow.
So just close now. I said, let me enter. So I'm going home. You can see my own Jeep. My Jeep. I'm not driving yet. I'm not driving yet.
You cycle, but Europe you can't drive it. The parts are very tiny. So a bicycle makes
no
sense.
You can drive if you have the money to buy a car and pay your insurance. Why not? For me,
of course.
For me, I don't think getting a car now is my priority. There are things I should do. For some persons, it's their own, so it's like that.
I think it's even easier cycling. But I know you can afford it very soon. You are a rich YouTuber. So.
Yes, we thank God. I entered because of what? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you clearly.
Yes. I entered because of some questions I'm seeing here, and it's good we through life. Those of us who God has blessed. Although it wasn't easy getting there, but in everything you do, there are people who you are still more than. You understand? So that's why I said, let me talk about it. The truth is that if you get your 4,000 watch hour and your 1,000 subscriber, like somebody soccer, I think soccer is asking that question. They are not going to monetize you automatically. No. Like the host was trying to explain, when you get that requirement, that is when your problem starts. Sorry to say, but that's the truth. Because at that point, they are going to start looking for copyright. They start looking for copyright. They start looking for strikes. They start looking for infringement. This is when they will not start giving you condition that you have to check if all you have done is your copy or if you have changed it to your copy. You know, some of us who are
Yeah.
YouTubers, we just copy and paste. Other
It's true.
persons will not take an edit, will not take an edit. So that is just so you have to choose the one you have to do. Then when they now finish doing the checking, they will now send you an email to welcome you formally. So when you now get the email, it's like I said, it's processes. They will now tell you to apply. As you are applying, they are asking you some various questions. Your house address, your location, name of your document, for example, a documentation, maybe a ID card. Yeah, we use ID. We use a European ID card. Some parts they accept passport. It depends, but they are not going to monetize you automatically. It's not done that way. You have to be very open. And I will advise you, soccer, when you want to monetize, try and get somebody who have done it to coach you. Because some of the mistakes we make later will not say they have demonetized me. It's not that you did anything though. Maybe the name you gave to them is different from the name of the document you used. It's a problem. It might not come immediately. It will come in future. I have experienced all this. I have, by God's grace, I have entered it and I have come out. So you have to be very, very okay and be very, very sure when you are doing it. You have to do with somebody who can put you through. That's just it. For those persons who are here, the hosts have been doing a lot of job trying to explain things to us. And getting your being monetized, as he said, is not a yardstick or a criteria that you must be paid your money every month. For me, I have not been opportunity to get it every month. There you go, you are the goers. For me, I've not been opportunity to get my own every month. For me, I get it at an interval of 2 or 3 months, depending on that particular month, how I get super chats, how many members I get, how many views I get in my videos, so on and so forth. That's how it is. So if like you said, if you are among those persons, yeah, good night. If you are among those persons who are lucky to be getting it every month, then I tell you, you are a big YouTuber. Yes, take it from me. If you get your pay every month, you are a big YouTuber.
Yes.
You don't need anybody to tell you any other thing. As
Wait,
far as you can get your pay every month,
this,
forget it.
this man doesn't want us to ask him for money. I am very certain he gets it every month. This is somebody who is posting videos 5 times in a day. We're not going to
No,
ask
listen.
money.
He
People on
doesn't
the
want
chat
us to
want
go
to
and
know.
speak for money.
Yes, people on
Wait,
the chat, they just want to know how whether you get it every month. Don't
I
just tell
don't
us.
get it every month. I don't get it every month experience. I be lying again? What are you saying?
Is it not
Is it
true?
I thought
Is it
what
not
is it?
true?
What is me? I may not get it. I may not get it from my acting. I might get it from other things that concerns YouTube. It's a different ball
Yes,
game. And will
yes,
I lie? What are
yes.
you saying?
That's why I joined the conversation. A lot of people are a lot of
Yes.
people
So
are focused on getting money on AdSense.
on yes, it's not only
YouTube,
accent. That things you do
YouTube
on
is
YouTube, it's
beyond
everywhere.
AdSense. Is beyond AdSense.
Simple.
Some people, there is a channel that was on my live stream, and he told us something. He said, "I at 200 subscribers, I was able to make $800 on YouTube in a month."
Simple. Various ways.
With
Don't wait
200
for accent.
subscribers. The thing is, we are doing a lot of things and we do them for free, not knowing that we
Yeah.
can actually be making money out of it.
People like us before, but now I don't do for free again. I
Yes,
know. I've done my free. I've done my best. No more free
yeah,
again.
yes.
Yeah.
So
I don't
like
do for free.
Oga will go to a resort and take us around the resort. He will show us the beauty of the resort, but he doesn't get any royalties for whatever he's doing because
Yes.
he has not really repackaged himself. There's nothing wrong in
Yes.
approaching a place. I am a content creator. I have my followership. It might not be as big as you have, but what about a cup of coffee or dinner for the night? And I will show your place in my video. You can actually
Yes.
save the $10 that you're supposed to spend by getting something to do for free, and then
Yes.
not really for free. They pay you for it.
Experience of like an Igbo man, but it's not from Anambra or Imo. He's a thief man or so. He talks like an Igbo man. He has business inclined mentality. Experience, calm down. This is not to die.
No,
You hear me?
so you get it. What I'm just trying to say is that we do a lot of things for free. You sit down, you're
Yeah.
drinking a
You
coffee
know.
from Starbucks, and
People
you
like,
say you're
no,
drinking coffee from
I have done
Starbucks,
my best on YouTube.
plus
I'm
doing
very
it
sure.
for free. So people
Yeah.
actually package what they do. Goga has been advertising Yeti microphone for the past 2-3 weeks for free. You can actually write a mail to Yeti and
So the
ask them,
company, you write,
yes,
yes, tell them.
you want to review their microphone. You've been hearing about it. You are able to get one, but you want to get direct products from Yeti if they have subsequent ones, so that you also review on your channel. They will send you a microphone for free. I'm sure you have watched videos like that, and
You
you will
of charge
review
now.
it.
Why not? They are looking for adverts too now. They are looking for it.
The camera you're
Yes.
using, exactly, you can do the same. Or if you don't even want to go directly to the company, you can just get the affiliate link for this Yeti microphone that you bought and put it on your description. And anybody who is interested in ordering that from the net will order it, and you will actually get
Experience. Sorry for cutting you short. I made a mistake. Somebody contacted me. I made a mistake for jewelries. I did
yes,
that particular period. I was sick. I told the person I would not be chance. I was like, I'm the one rejecting offer.
yes,
So if possible, you can get your money from other places. Don't put up in AdSense alone. No. For people like Experience now and me now, we have done things for this YouTube or YouTubers for free for a long time. Experience will review channel free of charge. I will review channel free of charge. Experience will give guidelines, give advice free. Yoga is doing it now free. These are things you pay for some person to even give you quota.
they'll tell you masterclass.
That's it. Yeah, the master class now. That's what I'm saying. And then
Yes,
you go and pay 80,000 for one person in Nigeria, for example, to attend
yeah,
a 2 hours master class. Then
yes,
yeah, we come and we give you free of charge. And somebody will not even say take super chat and manage.
yes,
That is why the
yes,
mentality is coming in that you must have to pay for some
yes.
such thing.
Yeah,
So you can get your money from.
I want to answer Laura. Laura asks, wait, where can you get a free microphone? If you have any branded microphone that you're interested in, or you can write letters to different makers of different microphones and tell them you have
Yeah.
a channel, you are suffering with your audio, and you just want to try out their sample product whenever they have sample products, because when they make a brand new product, they ship it to
They have
people who will
sample.
review it for them, and so they
Very
will
true.
start shipping to you to review it to see if it's good. If you give a good review, it means people are going to buy for the fact that you reviewed it. So you can apply for those products to review. Even the makeup you use, if you're a makeup artist, you can also do the same for makeup. For any product that you use, the camera you use
Uh,
for your shooting,
Experience. Are
yeah,
you true?
yeah,
Yes, there is a comment from Ima. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it well. He said, Goja, there is a statement on AdSense that says to start earning from AdSense, you need to add your payment info and connect your site. So my site in this case is my channel, right? I paste
yes,
the link. In some of this phone, if you paste your channel link, it will not go. What you need to do is to connect your account is enough. If you connect your account, they are going to send you like a cent or little amount to confirm that the money is the account is your account. That is very you can the website for me I don't have. I used my channel link, it was rejected, but my money is still coming in, my ads are still on, so it doesn't really matter.
yeah.
So
Please,
what
can
you
you
need to
elaborate?
connect.
Can you elaborate to connect? How do you connect? I want to know, because I think
Yes,
I'm still getting that message.
yes, if you go to your Play Store, as in I say Play Store,
AdSense.
your
Yeah,
studio from the app, you will see it more from the app. When you check it, they will tell you add website. It is where you want to touch. When you get to that AdSense part in your Google, what concerns you in that AdSense site is your payment. You don't go to any other place. Go to payment. Payments take you directly to your account. If you are going to a website or any other place, you will be seeing that site. Put your website. But once you click on your payment, try it now if you doubt. You see it will take you to your account directly without the website. If you go to your Google Chrome, you're going to your studio through Google Chrome, you always see it there. That's what I'm trying to explain. I hope you understand. So it's not really a must that you must have a website. It's not compulsory. Let me use that word.
bro,
English will not kill me.
bro.
Yes, I can hear you.
This payment
And
you are
Laura,
talking of, is it on AdSense or is it on YouTube?
No, it's on AdSense. Using Google Chrome now. You will see the
Yes.
payments there during. If you go to your AdSense account, yes,
Yeah.
it's there. If you go to your AdSense, just go down. You will see payment. Click on payment. It will open your direct account with AdSense directly without any other threat. I used to do
Hilma,
it
I hope you
very,
can
very almost every day. Yes, you can hear you. Who is that? Please talk. Go ahead.
yeah, Hilma, you can check that out. And then so of course Laura is saying that you sound very great for being outside. So what microphone are you using and you're cycling? Or you just have a good
Yes,
device?
I am using I don't know if to put it's called Bluetooth. I don't know if you can see it in my ear. It's the
Wow.
Bluetooth for iPhone. I'm using it's for iPhone. This one is not for Android. It's for iPhone. But the way you connect it here, it will work for you on the normal Samsung or any other phone. But it's for iPhone. That's what I'm using.
Yeah.
iPhone
It
people.
sounds very well,
iPhone people.
very very
It's
clear.
iPods. AirPods.
Yes, yes, it's earpod for iPhone. There are two types of earpod. There is one for Android.
Why you attacking Android people?
Eh?
Why are you attacking Android people? We got it. iPhone. It's for iPhone.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah. Because
there are two.
I'm also an Android person. So and
No, I am my phone. The phone I'm using is an Android phone. When I'm talking
yeah.
about the iPod,
Oh, but
I
then.
had to get the
Oh, okay, okay,
iPod phone. I can
okay.
sound good. That's why
Got
you
it.
hear me yeah.
You had a question from Posh here. Posh explains. I think you're a better place to answer this because I think you're having problems with AdSense because of this. For people who
Yeah.
are outside their country, which address should they provide for AdSense? That's, I think, a very good question.
Okay.
If
As
you
a matter
like
of fact,
experience, okay, experience. Go ahead. Experience. Go ahead. Experience
if you're
have experience
outside
in that regard.
if you are outside your country
Hmm.
and you don't have a bank
Document.
account in the country where you are,
Use it.
you
Very good.
need to apply for your AdSense with your home address where you have a bank
Nigeria
account.
account. Yes.
Yes, or Kenya account
Ah,
or
Very
whichever
very.
country.
But
If
if
you
you keep
apply
to
your
have documents
AdSense,
and you have
we are losing
if you
you.
don't
We are
have a,
losing you. Cost.
yeah, if you don't have AdSense
if you if
account
you
in the
if
country,
you live, can you hear me?
yes,
Yes, now it's better.
Yes, if you live in a country like for me, I am fortunate. I have my document, my papers, I have account here. I can use my account.
Hmm.
But if, for example, like
exactly,
Experience is saying, you don't have your documentation because some countries now they don't open accounts for immigrants. Let me use that
Yeah.
word. You have to use your own country's account. That's what Experience is trying to explain. Not
yes,
most of us are not
Ah.
fortunate to have papers or have the right to open account in Western world. If
Yeah.
you are lucky, it's your luck. But if you cannot, just use your ass address, use your ass account, use your Nigerian account, for example. It will go there.
yes.
As simple. Very,
So
very
Oh,
short.
you can use that
good
to
point.
verify it to your home country address. Um, and your home country ID that you have to
Yeah.
identify that this is you. You have your international passport. If you're outside, that means you have a document that can identify you. The best thing to do is to use your home country address with your ID, which represents your home country ID, either your ID or your international passport. Those things will be easier
Yes,
for you. But if you're
yes.
in a
Let me.
country where you have access to um, a bank account, you have access to country ID, because if you're in a
Hmm.
different country, you should have an ID of that country. You can use the ID of that country and everything. So that's the
Oh.
differences. And that's what greatly affected me. Secondly, I would advise anybody who is starting YouTube or is in the process of YouTube, don't be in a hurry to create an AdSense. I did so not knowing that when I need to
Ah.
verify, I would
Yeah.
need my home country address. So I created everything. I relaxed. I applied for the PIN with this country's address, hoping that when it comes, I'll be able to verify. But when the verification came, I now began to see that I need to put my Dubai account, bank account, and there was nowhere I could put that. I actually have an account here, not like I don't have an account. I have the card, which is a MasterCard, but this
Hmm.
card cannot receive payment from outside of UAE. So there is no two ways that I'm going to use this card to get my pay. and that account to get my pay. So I was counting on all those things because I had two of them, but they are more or less banks that you can only use within transactions within the country.
Experience. I told you that time now. You should have passed this level. I think so. You have done the right thing, right? We discussed about this some time ago.
Yes, I have done a lot. I created another new AdSense and I have been waiting for the pin. But let me go back to my AdSense here so I can show you. What it's telling me is that let me just check the AdSense accounts quickly.
But why experience is checking the AdSense? Let me say something. Most of us knows that if you are in Nigeria and I'm in UK, for example, UK pays in dollars, right, or pounds. Nigeria pays in naira, right? What people do these days is that they look for a cousin, nephew, or niece outside the country and use their address so that their money will be coming in how do I call it, in international currency.
Because of
Yes.
exchange. Because of
Yes,
exchange.
because if you cannot compare $100 to a 20,000 in Nigeria. Let me use that comparison. So if I'm collecting 70 euro, for example, you are collecting 100 euro. It's almost equivalent because euro is bigger than dollar. Compared to euro to naira, you are going to be losing. So if you have a uncle, auntie, niece, nephew who you can use their account. I have somebody then who was in Libya who used the younger brother's account in Italy, and it worked. I don't want to call him. I don't know if he's here. But these are people who have done one or two taxes for, and it worked. And now she's collecting money in euro, but she's based in Libya. Yes, it's possible. So these are things you have to think. Go ahead.
Right now, my AdSense says your payment is on hold because you need to verify your address. Right? I click on it. It takes me to my address to verify. I have applied for my PIN 3 times right now. It has not been sent, so I'm still there. So I was trying to see if I could do the manual because I've done it 3 times, but they said the next time, like right now, if I apply for PIN, they said can only be requested in 3 more weeks. So I know it has to be after 3 weeks. That would be sometimes in August.
August,
August.
21 days.
Yeah, 21 days. Sometimes in August. That's when I'll be able to apply again. So that would be the 3rd attempt. But before this, the old AdSense I used for Dubai, I applied even more than 3 times, hoping that it would come, but it didn't come. So at the end of the day, I had to change the AdSense, and this is the new one that I'm using. But that's not the major problem. Where I wanted to check is this payment info that you said I should check, yeah? Cosrep was saying something about payment info that we need to do something and the threshold. I have not received that first $10.
I said, okay. I said, when you want to get it so that you don't have to put your website, which is not important, you have to go through that place and just go direct to your payment info. No need of going to another column. If you go to another column, they'll ask you for your website.
I am on payment info now. I have put my payment method, which is already there. Wire transfer, bank account details.
Yes. So if it has opened without the website, that means your account is okay. You have to complete it, use the PIN to complete it, and you're good to go. That's what I
was hoping that I would get that first $10 first, but I didn't get it.
It depends on see what you will do. If you go for live, for example, definitely you might be lucky to get a super chat. They normally use that super chat to sustain the account.
I have more than that in my account.
Wow, and it has not been removed. Nothing has been sent.
Wow, you should have it.
I have more than 200 euros.
You have more than 200 euros in your action.
Yes.
Okay, see what you will do. Contact YouTube directly. Contact them directly. Send them message. Do you know you can send them message?
Yeah, I know. Because I'm already monetized.
I'm actually trying to check that thing that but anyway, mine is already linked.
Can you send YouTube message directly experience?
Yes, I will try and do that.
Which one is you will try? It's not difficult now. At the top
No,
of your
just
studio.
after the stream, I cannot be doing that. Okay, should be doing that during the stream? I can do also. You know, I chatted them. That's how I was able to change the AdSense because I had to chat.
Ilma, are you using a phone or a laptop? Just to have an idea what she's using.
It does not matter. You are using phone. You are using.
I always find it easier seeing these things when you are on a PC.
Yeah, Lady Posh is asking a question, which is very, very important. Yeah. She said, if I have a bank account here, when I'll go back, can I change the bank account to my country account? That's a question I've also been asking because I remember when Burundian Traveler was running his channel, he was using AdSense for Cloud Joseph before. Yeah. And now when he finally got monetized, he has changed the AdSense to another new one. So it's possible for you to change the AdSense. If you have documents to verify your new location, your new AdSense, you create a new AdSense in your new location, you'll use it to apply for AdSense. And you will change the AdSense.
Oh, because then you have this. Yeah. Okay. It can be attributed back to you as an identity. Okay.
Yes. Just the same thing like hackers will do. They will take down your channel, change the AdSense account, and put their AdSense so that they can take the money. So it's the same thing. You can actually change the AdSense account to any location that you are.
Yeah, and you can also change your other bank details, your wire transfer details.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's very possible. I'm actually looking at it now, and you can easily change. And if I'm not satisfied with my bank, I can easily move to
change the bank.
Change the bank and
yes, you can change. You
as long as you have documents to back it up, it's okay.
The main thing, like experience have said, if you have documents to back it up, go ahead. But what besides you when you don't have documents to back it up and you do it, you're going to regret it. You're going to suffer. No jokes.
That's true.
So you are going to be very, very sure you are you are okay before you don't have the mind to do it. Because I have even changed address, but for the sake of it is coming without problem. That's why I did not even bother to change it.
Change it, yes.
Because I don't want
to. As long as you can go to your bank and withdraw your money is okay. No need to change the address.
So don't go and put yourself in trouble.
I like your new address. I like your new address.
Which address? I don't understand.
The one you changed now.
You have come again. I don't know you. Do I know you? Are we friends? Do I have met you?
I like your new address.
So guys, if you have questions, you can ask before I go. Let's see who can assist you in at least. Yoga has brought us out. Let us just do it for at least for him. So if you ask, you can ask.
It's all men.
Yes.
Yeah. So guys, take advantage.
I don't do it for free.
No wonder. Of course, I don't see those legendary live streams of yours anymore.
I don't. Who does live stream? Do you think I will play? I'll be playing my best. Not even a sense of at least you are trying. No, we don't. Not before, not now. Not now.
Yeah, so guys, there's a lot of experience on the panel, so you can ask before we release the gentlemen. These are very busy people, and as you heard, they never give the advice for free. The people pay for this stuff, so ask them.
I have so while I'm here, take opportunity. Let me tell you the little one I know. I don't know it all. I can just tell you the one I know. So that's it. Nobody is perfect. Nobody knows it all on YouTube. Nobody knows it all on YouTube. I always say it. Nobody. Anybody that I've told you, I know it all on YouTube. Tell the person I say you should shut up. Yes.
So, Kosra,
go ahead.
What other opportunities if somebody is struggling to get this threshold? Because there's somebody here who say that they got monetized in November last year. Up to date, they've never met that threshold. What kind of advice would you give this person? They've never gotten their salary. They've never hit that milestone.
You know, most of us are very, very arrogant. Let me use that word. Sorry to use it, but that's the truth. Let me tell you, there's nothing like you telling one of your uncle, please, I am going to live. It's my first live stream. Please come and support me by giving me small €2 or €1 or $1. By the time you tell 5 of your uncle or 5 of your friends, I tell you, that very first threshold, you are going to beat it. Let me explain to you now. I got monetized. I think it was I opened the channel July, August. I think I got monetized August ending to September beginning or so. It took me about 1 month or so. I experienced, right? So I can remember. Let me tell you, I had to wait for my this thing, my what's it called, my monetization party till December. See that December, I had already received my money from AdSense just once, and I felt I needed to do that. I didn't want to do it. My pretty as one person said, "Cosweb, you have to do it," and I did it. I got over 200 euros the next month. What am I saying? You can meet people, you can make friends. When you do this party, they are there to support you. No amount is small. By the time you get $1 from 100%, that is $100 already. There is no way you are not cross the threshold.
Yeah. Let me just keep in.
But most of us, sorry, 1 minute, please. Most of us, because we feel that yes, now we get that. Nobody has it on YouTube. We are all suffering here. If you cannot bring your ego down, you're on your own. No, experience continues.
All right. Let me say something about thresholds. It's not just about that you don't have people to support you. When YouTube says you have to get 4,000 watch hours and 1,000 subscribers, it means that people are really watching you. Some people just come here between 2 weeks, they do their burga, and they get monetized. And they expect that once they get monetized, they are going to get paid. YouTube is just beyond you just getting monetized. It's about you getting views. If you're not making content that will give you views, don't expect to get paid. If you're not making content that is giving you views, you must look for content that is getting you views. And if it takes me, like right now, I've not posted a video in the past 12 days. I'm not happy to say about it, but I know the work that I have put onto YouTube in the past 12 days is better than the views I would have gotten, maybe 50 views, 20 views from a video. I am sure when I'm able to release the videos that I'm working on now, I would get better views than I would have gotten if I have been posting every now and then. I don't want videos to just be me taking camera and posting. Is it informative? Is it something that drives traffic to my channel? Is it something that when somebody's talking about yoga now, I'll tell you, go and watch Yoga with Goga's channel, because I know there is this content on his channel. When somebody is talking about cost rate, I know that you hear the latest gist about what is happening both in Nigeria and with African people, and also in UK, in Sweden, sorry. So the same thing with me. I want, if somebody is talking about Africans that are in diaspora, there is something that they are going to get on my channel. You tell somebody, I can be referred. So make sure that when you are getting your channel monetized, you already have created a community of people who believe in the content that you share and are willing to watch your channel. If not, just be sure that you will get monetized, and that is when your frustration will start. So many people have abandoned their monetized channels. So many people. I'm telling you, out of the people who start YouTube channels, 80%, I will tell you, end up abandoning the channels. Go and check. You find some channels, they have only 5 videos. Over 2 years, they have views, they are monetized, but they are not posting again because they have found out that they have not built a community. If they can only go back and build a community of people who support what they do, then making money on YouTube is as easy as ABCD. Simple.
Well,
yes. Well, to say something about that also. The truth is that experience have just said something I didn't want to talk about because people feel as if we are fools. We are not fools. Let me tell you something. Let me share my story with you. Experience and yoga knows this story. Let me share it with you. I had a channel, Cosrep TV, that was about 4 years plus, almost 2,000 plus videos, 4,000 plus subscribers, and though they delayed me in monetizing. And before I woke up one day, it was taken down. Experience is aware. So when I got that message, I was, yes, my channel was blocked. I looked up and looked, I said, let me take one day off. A girl, I will not forget her, Esther Edu, a content creator. She said, Cosrep, you are too big on YouTube so far to take a week break. Open a new channel, let me get the name, I will take you back to where you are. I said, let me just rest. The lady, God will bless her for me, I always say it. The lady said, Cosrep, just open it, give me your hand, let me take you. That was how Esther took my channel that day. The channel was blocked 10 o'clock in the morning. I opened a new channel 4 p.m. that same day, 31st of July. And as you see me now, this channel you are seeing now, Cosrep, like just barely 2 years, if I'm not mistaken. It got monetized in 1 month and about a few days. I delayed it to 1 month so that they will not say I'm too fast. What am I trying to say? The family was already there and they were waiting for me to come. Who heard Cosrep has been demonetized or Cosrep TV was blocked? Hey, Cosrep, sorry, you are too good to face this stress. Take. That is what experience is talking about. That family you did not build. But most of us now we just come in, want to get it sharp. It's not like that too. If you are here because of that, you want to get it sharp on YouTube, my dear, go on for another social media. Leave YouTube. It's not for you. YouTube takes a lot of time, a lot of caution. What do you share? Like he said, your information, what people want to hear, is it the thing that people will come back to look for tomorrow? What will you be known for? Now, experience is telling you now from experience. These are people who I know we have passed through some tight corners. So please, you have to build that family. I see yoga almost every time on live stream. I think he's still among the one. Then this Latoya. Yes, Latoya from, I think, Jamaica. Latoya. You see, I didn't even know she is here. Okay, you see, now Latoya and Boya normally do live stream. And when I go to Latoya's place, I might just be there for like 1 hour. I will not talk because why? I don't need all those banana, all those gifts sometimes. Let me just be there. Although you will not even know I'm there, but I'm there. What am I trying to say? There are people who are still building family till now. Sorry, I don't have such time again because we have done our best. Let's do it for people like so if I want to do live stream, it will be like when I have chance because I don't have chance now. I only have August. They gave us 1 month break in August. That is when I can now take my time and do live. But on normal ground before, on Tuesday and Thursday, you always see me on live. Sometimes I do marathon. So if you don't build this family, forget it. You will not get that threshold, that $10 common $10 threshold. You will not get it because you can't get it.
No, it's not just about the views. Imagine there are some of my videos that have like 500 views, and when you go to check, you see 0.00 or $0.52. When are you going to get to even get to $1? Talk more of getting 100. Are you going to post 100 videos in a month before you can get that threshold? When you have people who support you, and when you're doing something genuinely that people appreciate, when you post a video, somebody will send super thanks, $5. I was on Rose's birthday party. One single person super chatted her about $75. One single
$75. 75. I was there. 75.
Yeah.
Lemuzo.
Yes.
Lemuzo. 75.
One person super chatted $75.
One person.
So if you have that kind of a person, you go live like 3 times. Even if they don't give you $75, if they give you $10 or $20, your threshold is already
okay.
Okay. So every month you receive your pay. So it's about
every month you get your pay. People like Goya, people like Yoga him that is talking now. I suspect this boy.
Yeah, no, he's getting
yes, now I used to come. I'll just keep quiet. He used to support that. What is wrong? I believe you.
The good thing is that at least we spend money to make this content. And I'm telling you, Yoga, let me just tell you something. A lot of people appreciate you, and that's why sometimes you see the super chats come. People buy you coffee because you are putting in your all, and also you are investing onto it. It's not like somebody who is not. He's on it. You're buying a Yeti microphone. Do you know that it's television houses that use Yeti microphone and radio stations?
Yes.
Not so many podcasters will buy a Yeti microphone.
How much have they made? How much?
Yes. So, but this is now saying you are investing into it, and people are.
You are putting money.
The commitment that you're doing, so they want to support you. Not somebody who will sit there every day. Your camera is not even clear, but every day you want to make.
You are using a quack. You are using a quack phone.
Yes,
a quack ODJ phone. You want to get content.
Hey,
not just the
Cosrep, you're all Android people. Don't drag us. I know you are an iPhone owner. It's okay. My supporters.
I'm not an iPhone. I use Samsung A21 and Samsung A13. I don't like iPhone. I only use the iPhone I'm using is what I'm saying is for iPhone. But on normal guy, I like Android.
One of my supporters has sent me a message on WhatsApp saying, why are we Android people being dragged by the guest? I'm like,
Please, I am also using Android, though. Don't misunderstand me. We are trying to make a point here. Try and get your quality. Try and put in money in your channel. Sacrifice money for your channel. Be there to sacrifice ₦1 for it. Don't be stingy with the money. Put money in, involve money in your channel.
Yes.
I bought 2 phones in a day. That's what I'm still using tonight, and it's working for me. You can do it. People say, Cosrep, you upload 2, 5, 6 videos every day. Do you think it's easy? It's 2 phones I'm using.
Yes, because you can't be editing and then you have to do.
So when you are producing one, that one is uploading. You are doing another one with another phone. Yes. You have to see my stand. Look at it. It's there. Look at it. It's €55. You are seeing there 55. Yes. Look, I have to. Are you not seeing that there are 2?
Hey, wait. We have to see it on Solo Layout.
We have to see it too. We have to see.
And look at it. Are you not seeing it? I have to. Wow. This is my computer. I have computer. Look at it.
Hey.
Now look at my phones. Look at phones. Look at it.
Hey.
Are you seeing?
You're doing watch time.
And you see, your smart TV as well.
You have to help yourself and make it look as if you are serious. Put in money. In a month, I took all my money, almost €800, to do all these things you are seeing now. Yes. How much have I gotten? Nothing. I sacrificed. You have to sacrifice more.
It's not what you get. Money makes money.
Your guys, not funny. This is practical. Like a student said, money makes money. If you think you can just be there and it comes to meet you, forget it. You will not get it. I'm the one telling you now. We have seen people who are blown from just one video. It's there. Just be consistent in what you're doing. Be focused. I tell you, you won't regret it. You have to put in your effort, your time, your money. If not, forget.
Goga, there's this guy, Mr. BMG. Yeah? Mr. BMG was in Kenya some 4 months ago at thereabout. And while he was in Kenya from Sudan, he had only 2,500 or 2,600 subscribers. This guy took off and landed in India. From India, he went to Nepal. In 4 months, from 2,000 subscribers, he has gotten up to 112,000 subscribers right now. In 4 months.
You think it's easy?
Wow.
Your sacrifice.
Sacrifice.
Money for transport. Money for tickets. Is it free? It's not free.
So you have to put in something. You don't expect that you are on YouTube, you get threshold. Everybody, in fact, the reason why it is saturated now with so many people is because everybody thinks once you're on YouTube, you will make money. You have to put in money.
Immediately, not like that.
You cannot build a house just overnight. You just come and erect a house. You have to start from a foundation, you build it, you put in your money, then it will later give you shelter. The same thing with a bank. You have to save money.
Are you not seeing yoga? Yoga has about 2 mics. About, I think, 2 computers. If you see yoga doing live stream today, if you see his mic, sometimes you want it. You think that yoga is just 11 years on YouTube. Yoga is just 7 years on YouTube. I think he met me here also.
Yes, he met me on YouTube.
What are you telling me? I have not even gotten what yoga has. Are you kidding me? So you have to put in more effort.
That's why I'm saying
you have to put in more effort.
I commend him.
Yeah, Experience, you're muted. I think the phone is
okay.
He knows he has a call.
So I just muted it. But as a matter of fact, I commend him for the effort he has done. And he's my, what do I not my competition anyway.
We are always fighting when people buy gear. He buys something, I'm like, I go look at his channel, I'm like, oh, okay, we should get this one. His camera, okay. I just to get his cameras now because there's a way he can change his cameras and it goes to something. I need this camera now.
No, you just need to learn how to. See, Goga, do you know that you can do it? I will just teach you how to do it on this StreamYard.
Oh.
That will be something another day. Because most of us don't have camera. Please don't oppress us. Most of us don't have camera. Don't oppress us. Most of us don't have camera. You don't have to oppress us. I've said my mind.
Okay,
let me just tell you, it's
it's an app. It's an app that you install on your laptop and on your phones. So you can use two phones and show two angles at the same time. You can switch your angles anytime you want to do it.
Like
But
the concept and his many phones.
Yes, he has many phones. He has a laptop. You can use your two phones plus your laptop. You have three angles right now.
He has a Mac.
Wow.
You need to say he has a Mac computer.
Because he has a Mac, not laptop.
He has a Mac. Yeah, he's feeling some type of way if you say it's just a computer. So
yeah, he has a.
What do you mean? Please, my iPads are here. Are you kidding me? I don't know what you're talking about. What are you saying? You know, my iPads are
can
here.
never allow people to breathe. These people is Apple product.
Today is a show off. It's a Mac and an iPad.
No, I mean it's not iPad. It's one new model computer. It's not. It's just about 260 euro. Not too expensive. Please don't. I'm still managing my life.
Anyway, it was nice talking with you guys on this topic, and I'm sure I will have to take a leave. It's 11 o'clock.
Okay.
I'm working on an edit. I cannot be here and then editing. Thank you so
Yeah,
much.
you look at my hand. I would not want to show it. I'm editing. So even though I live here now, I'll continue with this one. It's not my fault. We have to. You also is serious. You have to be. You also very very serious, my brother. You have to also. As you know, as an able man that I am now, I have to also more. You understand me?
And I have a guest in the house, a new upcoming YouTuber. So we'll feature him one of
wow,
these days.
That's nice. Don't worry. When you are ready, let us know. Let us meet him. And for you know, for you, I can sacrifice. I can cut corner for you.
I appreciate.
You're
guys,
welcome. Welcome.
Let me just remind you. Some of you supported me through that GoFundMe that I started. It's for my travel and it's still on course. I have not met some things that I need to put in place before I can travel. So it's not like it's an abandoned project. It's still there, and the funds are still there. For the project, I have been able to raise about $240, I think, for now. My target is 5,000. So it's still there.
By little. You have tried. You have gone a long way.
Yeah, so it's still there. The project is still going, and hopefully I would start that journey. But first of all, I need to clear. It's an immigration issue. Nigeria and the UAE are actually having big issues, and I'm once I leave here, I might not be able to come back if it is not sorted. So I want to sort everything first before I can leave, because here's my base. So I don't want to leave immediately, and that's why I've not traveled. So
you have to be very careful, my brother. You have to be very, very careful with that. That's one of the reasons.
It has to be sorted before I can move out.
Okay. No problem. Thank you. You are doing well. Just keep up the spirit. You will get there, bro. It's not easy. When I saw you that day, I was like, hey, you are really trying. You want to take it further. So it's really important. And don't worry. Just like I always tell people, Rome was not built in one day. You have started the process. Your mind is there. Your heart is there. It's something you want to do. So I believe you will get it. I have the strong feeling that you're going to get it. But you just need maybe time to concentrate. Maybe focus more. Maybe adventure. Oh, English will not kill me. Maybe concentrate more. Maybe
for adventure.
Yeah.
I beg.
All right, guys. See you guys, and I'll be in the back.
Okay. Do we have any questions before my own and before I take my own leave? Yoga, ask your people so that we'll know what to do next.
Any question before I release COSREP? Because COSREP is always very direct like that. They are always very direct. They can be very direct in their advice, but I think that's the best.
Sorry, if you feel we are too open, sorry, that's my life. We don't paint it.
Yeah.
So that you don't think that I lie to you.
COSREP doesn't know to beat around the bush. He always just says it as it is. So it's since I've known him, he's always been like that. Even when you go to his when he used to do his live streams, you go to his live stream and you just see like when people are coming in there is like, I'm like, who is this person? Why is he talking to us like this? But I realize that is actually how he relates to his community, and we love him like that because if he comes and he's gloomy, we are like, what's wrong with this one today? So yeah. So
and if I'm gloomy, people will know that I'm not fine or something is happening.
Something wrong. There's something wrong with him.
Yeah, something is wrong. And so you have to be lively at all times.
When you greet COSREP, he won't like say, I'm fine, Goga. Like, Goga, why are you greeting me? Like, what's wrong with there's a way he has to like welcome me. So if he doesn't do it, you're like, something is wrong. Yeah, there's a way
It
he
is
always like
well.
welcomes people, so he can't welcome
Yes.
you the way you expect.
Oh, I really want to thank you because I said I would have done that with one of your live stream, but it's good I do it this one and I'm here. I see the
Yeah,
work you do. You take your time to come on live these days. You know, most of us don't have that time these days. But I've seen you. I've seen like I said, Latoya. You guys are doing well. I think many of us have stopped doing live stream like that as we used to do
yeah,
those days. And so
we're
keeping
rich
the
now.
spirit high is very very important. For those persons who are here, you are very lucky. Nobody gets these things free these days because when we came in, we thought doing it for people for free would make them appreciate us. But at the end, those we still help, we are still the ones who came and said all sort of things, who came to make us look stupid. And that's why most of us are now taking money to give our service. We don't do it for free as at now. As at 2 years, 3 years, 1 year ago, I used to do it for you. Just let me know, I'll do it immediately. But people started taking us for granted. Some even started insulting us for what we were doing. And so it's good to see people who still do it, who have taken their time to say, even if you insult me, I will still do it. People like yoga. So thank you for being there for them. We appreciate maybe when we have chance, we can support you by doing live streams. But for now, it is difficult because I upload up to about 765 videos a
I
day,
I I
including
can't
short.
see. I always see your I always
Yes,
see your things. I always see your things premiering when I'm in the office. I'm like, oh, it's Kosia, and then I'm
yes.
like, before I realize, 2 minutes later there's another, and I'm like, what is this guy doing?
Yes, you know these information they keep on coming and you have to keep on uploading. That is just the if you are for gist and what is happening, what is trending, you have to be up and
Yes,
doing. And so it's just
yes.
like that. So when I do 30 minutes, I put again. It's not my fault. And for before I sleep, now, this is after
Exactly.
9 here.
You
I'll
drop
finish to
gist
premiere
on your
at least
phone.
more 3 videos. Yes, I need to see premiere at least more 3 videos before I sleep this night, and I need to edit all of them now before I upload them. Then start editing for tomorrow. So that's how it is. We are pushing. Those of us who think that when you get monetized, you are a big boy. If you get monetized, sorry, that is where your suffering continues. That's where it starts. So you have to be very, very serious because at a point in time, when you give content that does not make sense, people will not come to your channel. Yes,
That's
when
true.
you put content that cannot move me, I cannot come again. I'll just come the first time, I just see you and I'll just vanish. You might not see me again. There's some content that will bring you back constantly. So please, while you are getting set to be monetized, you have to be focused. You have to know what you're going to be doing. You have to know what you're going to be sharing. You have to know, like yoga now, they are very simple because you cannot go and do yoga when you're not a trainee or maybe an instructor. You will break your waist for nothing. So those ones are very important. Their own is different. People like us is different. So everybody to his own turn. Okay, so please let's be focused. Let's put the passion. Let's create that time. Let's create that energy. Let's sacrifice. Bring in our money. Put in your money. Put in that money that you think you don't have. You have it. Save and put in that money. When you put in that money, by the time you are bringing out your content, if somebody sees your content, even if it is not to your taste, the person will say, this person did this video. I did a video, you can go and check, of a birthday dedication I was invited to. The person did not pay me. I just said, let me just video. And I use this my phone. And you can see the video, very bright, very clear. The person was like, I did not ask you to do it too. I said, no, I just did it for myself. What am I saying? You have to have that passion of doing it anytime you feel like. It should be something that comes in from the heart. Create that
Yes.
love. Don't do it because you're looking for the money. Remove money first. Money will come. I am telling you from experience. Money will come. I have seen family members here who have sent me euros, who have sent me dollar, who have sent me pounds from YouTube here. Money will come. But if you take it as if it must be money at first, you are going to go nowhere. I'm the one telling you. So thank you so much for having me, host. I believe I've been able to stay with you. By my calculation now, I've been here for over 40 minutes, going to my 50
Yes.
minutes now.
I can't
So
I can't
I've started.
I can't even afford that time because you're a very busy man, and
Yes.
I'm glad that
So
you graced the space.
thank you,
Thank you
sir.
so
Thank you,
much.
sir.
Thank you so much, bro. I
So
appreciate
guys,
you.
like yes, like if you get to go yoga, you get to me. You are always free. If you want to be family, I'm not. Experience is there. Yoga is here. I am here. If you want to be family, you are free. If you are there to give us the support, we'll give you the support in return. Nobody is perfect. The way we can help you, we will help you. But sorry, if you are going to help you and we ask you to drop little thing, for me, I want to drop something. You understand me now? So it's our job, okay? It's what we are born to do. You get it? So, host, I have finished talking. I want to close it now formally. I
Yes.
haven't said I want to thank you all for being here with me. It's your
Wait, wait,
brother, your
wait, wait.
friend.
I have to put you alone so that you can close nicely. Okay, go ahead.
Yes, it's your brother, your boy, Cost Reps Corner. Like I always tell people who are following me, it's my corner, it's your corner, and it's our corner. So you see me next time or if you come around, I leave all of us in peace.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Kosrep. I really appreciate. Yeah, good people. Kosrep is amazing. I met Kosrep when he had just lost his channel, and then I don't know who shared that video. So I think it was just like he had lost his channel, and then I think in less than, as he said, in less than a month, that channel had blown back, and he had gotten his subscribers back and things like that, and he had gotten monetized, of course, in a month. So those are good people. He's very direct, but he always like has very nice lessons. And I'm just glad that he was itching while on the hiding in the bush there, and he said he has to come on the panel and answer these questions. I'm glad he did that because these are the guys who went before me. These are the people who inspired me, by the way, to start live streams. These guys are doing live streams way before I started live streams, and I used to hang out with them in their channels and just learning from them. So I've been helped by giants. I've been helped by giants. So it's nice when I see them coming in this space and I can host them. I feel honored just having them on my panel, and I'm glad that at least they're able to answer some of these things. So thank you so much. Thank you so much, bro. Thank you so much, Kostrep. Thank you so much, Experience. This gentleman, may you have an amazing one. And it's not very easy to get these busy guys and for them to sit here for like nearly 1 hour just to share their knowledge and wisdom, as you had. Yeah, so that's it. So Hilma, I don't know that you are still here. I was going to we can have a side chat on Instagram. I think you have my Instagram. We can have a side chat on Instagram. You show me what you are looking at, and then we see whether we can help you fix it. On the other side, let me know. I'll be more than happy to help. Otherwise, guys, thank you so much. This was fun. I really appreciate you. To my channel members, I really appreciate you for the support. Thank you so much for always helping me get to that threshold. Yeah, it's not easy to get to that threshold, but I really appreciate your support. To the super chatters who have really held my hand through the process, I also just appreciate that. To those of you who just come to, like those of you who show up for the live stream, you may not know it, but you showing up for the live stream, you actually help my ad revenue as well. I get very good ad revenue from my live streams, by the way, because you guys are always coming here and you're hanging out, and you get out to go get your coffee, you come back again and you're supporting me. It's not something I take for granted, because that also helps. It also helps the ad revenue as well. I really thank you so much for that. So even if I know not all of us is blessed to make the chat colored, but just your presence, just you showing up to support me every single Wednesday. I'm saying this because this is the last Wednesday live stream we are doing this month. I'm going to be away on travel but yeah, we'll see. We'll be doing pop-up lives, hopefully, if we get time. So we'll see how that goes. But yes, thank you so much for always just making me hit that threshold. That's what inspired this topic today when the pilot had to get to fly. We'll have the pilot coming on Sunday, and then then I'll have to say bye to you for like a couple of weeks. I go for my travel, and then I'll see you back when I'm back from Asia. So that will be fun, but we'll probably do a live stream there at some point. Probably next week. We'll figure it out. I just need to figure out I just need to get myself there first, and then I figure out the logistics. Kosrep likes Kosrep will understand based on logistics. Oh my goodness, Kosrep is look at here, guys. This is the thing when you have rich friends. See, I'm being blessed here. Kosrep, let me give you your pot. Let me give you a blessing. You made me reach Kosrep has never seen this pot. Let me show him again. Pot keep overflowing, Kosrep, my brother. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Yeah, Kosrep is based in Europe. He's an amazing human being. Originally from Nigeria, but he now works and probably studying now in Europe. And yeah, I like his live stream. If you watch his live stream, you will notice a few things where I picked certain mannerisms. sometimes you mirror your mentors, and you'll notice that there are some people, when you go to certain live stream, you'll notice a few traits I've picked from people and they kind of rubbed off. So thank you so much, bro, and thank you so much for the blessing. I really appreciate that. It's not easy. It's not easy. And I like what he said. I really like what he said. It was very painful to hear, but he was very right. Like, don't look at the money, don't look at the dollars. Of course, that we all want to look at the dollars. Put in the work, because the work will actually inspire you to now get the dollars. And I always tell you that every single time, like any single time you feel like you want to give up because people are not giving me super chat, I'm not getting like my ad revenue. Remember why you started YouTube in the first place. You will notice when we started YouTube, none of us was planning to get monetized on day one. We just wanted to put our content out there. We just wanted to have fun. So why are you stopping having fun now? Because of just some crazy thing called AdSense. So remember that was the mission. That was the assignment. And anytime you feel like giving up, remember the assignment. Because if you remember the assignment, you will keep making the content and you will keep having fun and you will keep documenting your journeys, because you are creating a legacy even as you stay on this